Welcome back to Chasing the Target. Second test interesting हो गया because अभी first test हार गए, बैगन में मिल गया first test. एक चेंज आ गया है ऑलरेडी इंग्लैंड का. शोएब बशीर इज इन द टीम. वीजा मिलते की स्क्वाड में भी वीजा मिल गया उनको because जैक लीच obviously injured है. And it's going to be feisty affair. I'm pretty sure he would want his debut to be remembered by everyone. Jimmy Anderson is in the team. Experience भी आ गया team में with Jimmy Anderson, which also a funny thing that Jimmy Anderson made his debut before Shoaib Bashir and Rehan Ahmed were born or something like that. So
yes,
he's still playing, man. I mean, credit to Jimmy Anderson and his fitness. But second test, VIZAG कितना टर्न हो रहा पहले वो बोलो.
I mean, Ben Stokes जो बोला था press conference में, he said कि भाई it's going to turn after maybe day 2 like that, but it's going to turn. I think it's going to, because the thing is black soil pitch है, so people are saying it'll be like Hyderabad, it'll be slow turn, it'll be similar conditions, it won't be a rank turner. पर मेरे हिसाब से टर्न होने वाला है. अब कितना टर्न हो I don't know, but it'll be I don't know if it's going to be a dust bowl, but it will turn. अगर आप हैदराबाद का टेस्ट मैच देखो राइट, उसमें इंडिया पूरा डोमिनेट करे. एक गलती आप बोल सकते हैं, that catch Ollie Pope ka, like that cost you the game, and after that just the momentum shifted. Ollie Pope, आपको एक piece of luck जब मिल जाता है as a batsman or as a bowler, you take that momentum with you and completely outplay the opposition. That's exactly what he did. So I think they'll be comfortable even if it's a similar wicket to Hyderabad or black soil. Matlab it will be slow turn. It should be slow turn. Magar I don't know, man. Tomorrow we'll see. A lot of people are saying पानी का supply बंद कर देंगे, VIZAG में ये कर देंगे. They're going to dig holes. Even I was thinking it's going to be like motorbikes wheelies today, but let's see what happens tomorrow.
But अपन जो realize करे एक चीज, I mean, yes, India batted very well in the first innings, but when it actually did start affecting, जो रूट जैसा बोला निखर के आ गया. So I don't think like doing that other way around, जहाँ पे आप तेज कर रहे हो, whatever it is, अपने बैट्समैन उतने काबिल है. अभी सरफराज एंड रजत पाटीदार ऑब्वियसली सबसे बर्निंग क्वेश्चन ये है कि भाई खेलेगा कौन, रजत पाटीदार या सरफराज. अगर आप history देखें तो I think Sarfaraz should get the chance ahead of Rajat Patidar because he's been consistently very good in the last 2-3 Ranji seasons. But if you flip it also, India's batting isn't that great technically. I don't know. I don't believe कि अगर spinning track भी बनाए उतना spin करे, India कितना ही sustain करेंगे. Because जैसा fourth innings में आप देखो, जैसे जायसवाल first inning में खेला, fourth innings में नहीं खेल पाया, like it started to get hard, like और मुश्किल हो गई थी बैट करने. तो अगर आप ऐसा पिच इंडियन बैट्समैन को प्रोवाइड करेंगे, will they be able to establish themselves or get a good start?
That's what a lot of people are saying. That's what a lot of people are saying, and it might go against you, which is completely correct. I just flip the narrative and say कि it's not about your batting, it's about your bowling. Can they take wickets faster than their bowling? And आप नहीं करे वो last game में, which you expected. अगर आप देखें third or fourth innings में, India barely took wickets in at the end of day 3, day 4, right? That is where, for me, I mean, like you're also correct. I just have a different way to look at it. कि आप bowling के वजह से हारे मेरे हिसाब से. Like
because आप टेल को तो रन देना इसने था, आपको टेल रन बनाए करे. Ben Foakes तक ठीक है, I would not mind. Ben Foakes is a good batsman. He's hit a previous 50 also, which helped England win a test match. But Rehan Ahmed और कौन है वो जो 30.
And is it ruining your bowling actually? These rank turners, देखो batting it will ruin, but the thing is you can also put the opposition under pressure with when they're batting. लेकिन is it ruining your bowling? Because Ashwin and Jadeja are so used to ये जो गड्ढे बन रहे, like it's turning that जब थोड़ा सा like it doesn't turn as much or it's slow turn, they're not being as effective. Is that a problem? Because पहले Jadeja and Ashwin जब शुरुआत करे अपनी career, they were playing on flat decks, they were picking up wickets there. अभी
Yeah.
ये आदत होगी कि खाली पिच करो विकेट लो in
हाँ.
India. So maybe they were expecting that in Hyderabad and nahi mila. Now they'll have to adjust according to the conditions. But also Jadeja not being there, it will be a loss for India. I think he's massive. But I think that's the main thing. Whatever pitch it is, your spinners, if they outshine their spinners, the game is over. But
Yeah, and now the question again equalize होता है कि भाई जडेजा के जगह पे will it be कुलदीप भाई or will it be Washington भाई? You know who will going to play? I think Sundar will get the call ahead because of his batting ability. Over
why
I
can't
think.
both of them get the call?
Huh?
Why can't both of them get the call?
Both can get the call, and you drop Siraj.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. I mean, Siraj was very ineffective Hyderabad. Maybe that's also a good shout. He didn't. He bowled what 7 overs in the second innings में 7 over डाल के निकल गया on a home ground पे वो भी.
उनको भी एक पेसर खिला रहे हैं इंग्लैंड का 11 आ गया उसमें जिमी एंडरसन फॉर मार्क वुड स्ट्रेट स्वैप है एंड शोएब बशीर फॉर जैक लीच सो दे आर प्लेइंग थ्री स्पिनर्स वन fast bowler and put it's actually four spinners because Joe Root will bowl much more in this game. अब देखो Joe Root has become now effectively a proper spinner, established spinner Indian conditions में
This is
उसका
where Rohit
पिछला
has to pull up his hands. Rohit Sharma should pull up his arms and start bowling.
I mean, that's the thing. Joe Root now he's adding that thing, and yes, of course. Then it comes to your question, कि भाई अपने batters why are they struggling, why they not be able to score? That is also a relevant question कि भाई आप जब बैटिंग करें आपकी अप्रोच थोड़ा सा डरावा दिख रहा था फोर्थ इनिंग्स में. You didn't look as positive, and you know, but again, it's fine lines because first innings you batted really well, but Rohit Sharma came out and said कि we lost because our first innings batting because we should have hit 500 odd.
अरे भाई आप 200 में ऑल आउट कर दिए 2 व्हाटएवर में आप 400 डबल बना दिए आप. यू हैड कितने की 180 की लीड कितने की 200 की लीड. But way Zach Crawley and Ben Duckett came out and batted 112 कुछ you know they just went out crazy. That's not something that I'm going to, you like you said bowlers ही हराए अपने को. They should have been more impactful with the ball and the way the start the England got they got this belief कि भाई हम लोग निकाल ले सकते हैं आराम से. Like बहुत लाइट हो गया. लीड नहीं रही. लीड की कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं रही. कोई अटैकिंग फील्ड नहीं सेट करे आप. फील्ड बहुत हल्की थी. लाइक आप वाइड यू नो मिड में डीप में डाल रहे थे लोगों को ज्यादा. लाइक आप थोड़ा और इम्पैक्ट डाल सकते थे वो. एंड देन जो रेयान अहमद टॉम हार्डली डेब्यू पे ऐसा खेल रहे कि भाई दे ऑलरेडी नो दिस पिचेस बाय द बैक ऑफ देयर हैंड्स.
Yeah, exactly. And you got the bowlers, जैसा आप बोले, you got the bowlers back into the situation and less pressure because उनके पास 200 प्लस रन थे. तो उन लोग अगर टप्पे पे भी डाल रहे तो they were getting pitches. And fourth innings में क्या रहता, the pitch does wear out but also it puts pressure on the batsman कि भाई runs बना सके. Again, ठीक है, we can still criticize the batsman for not scoring those runs and chasing it down. But like you said, वो situation तक आना नहीं था और आपके bowler मेरे हिसाब से लेके आ गए थे वो situation में. One drop catch changed the whole game if you look at it. If that catch was taken, India would have won the game comfortably. I mean, again, if in Butts है, लेकिन if you look at it realistically, उन्हें 80, 90 उसके बाद he hit like it's not like he hit only 20, 30 runs. He hit 80,
मैं वही हो अगर पोप का ड्रॉप भी कर जाए it's just the more aching part is क्योंकि आप इतने साल से अपन देख रहे हो ये प्रॉब्लम है कि टेलेंडर जाके मार दिया लोग. वो भी अश्विन जडेजा जो ये पिचेस पे लाइक यू नो देयर the president of the ground like they know exactly कि कौन से गड्ढे में कहाँ गया तो कहाँ डाले तो कौन से गड्ढे में टर्न है कौन से गड्ढे में नहीं है टर्न. तो वो हिसाब से एंड देन आप जाके यू नो जडेजा ओवरडिड हिज हैमस्ट्रिंग. हो से खाली सीधा हो गया. अब ये है कि रजत पाटीदार और सरफराज अकॉर्डिंग टू यू who is going to start, like who do you think should start and what are their you know strengths you see or weaknesses what they can
I mean, it's a tough one. Like it's a 50-50 call. अगर if you want to go with hierarchy, then Patidar will start because उन्हें पहले आया टीम में तो उसको पहला मौका देंगे. But if you want to try something different and reward someone who's waited so long and give him immediate reward because he's been so patient and he's a bit different. उन्हें sweep, reverse sweep, उन्हें Sarfaraz थोड़ा सा unorthodox है. So you can go with Sarfaraz. Me personally, I have a liking to Sarfaraz. So I have a bias towards him. So I would like to see him play. But it's a 50-50 call. ऐसा नहीं है कि they one deserves more than the other. They're both performing. England Lions का भी आप देख लो जो मैच था पिछले उसमें पिछले मैचेस जो हो रहे उसमें सरफराज की भी सेंचुरीज है रन से सब मार रहे रन. They're both contributing and I'm happy for them to get that they're getting this opportunity. Yeah, I would say play both of them and drop Shreyas Iyer. But again,
I am with you, man. Like with Shreyas Iyer, he has like some temper issue. I don't know. He's not able to calm himself down. But Sarfaraz ka bhi, I feel like what I've heard is he's got a knack of getting runs. Like he knows how to make runs in a ground जहाँ पे मुश्किल है मारना है. कहीं ना कहीं से रन ढूंढते हैं.
But
he can be explosive as well. He can be explosive. He can do unorthodox things like you said. So it gives you a different thing. But yes, Rajat Patidar 650 plus runs Ranji season में 2022 में his average like 82 right now. So he is a very good prospect. But just what kind of a batsman you need at number 4.
But the more important thing is, अब देखो उन लोग को आप मौका देने वाले, एक को तो देने वाले, right? The more important thing is if they fail, how you treat them like that. Because so many times we've seen them, they've been abandoned, especially if you're not an Iyer or a KL Rahul or someone like that. Like, if you're a newbie and you don't perform immediately, they'll say, भाई तुम इतना बोल रहे थे, हमारे तुम्हें मौका दिए एक मैच में, फिर that's it, you failed. So I think it's very important कि आप इन लोगों को like अच्छा take care करो even if they fail. Whether it's सरफराज और पाटीदार, अब देखो सरफराज के इतने रन से उन्हें डक पे आउट हुआ, which is a possibility. That doesn't mean you abandon them. You have to back them because उन लोग के पास कितना प्रेशर रहेगा भाई, because he's been scoring runs for the last 2 years. He hasn't got a chance and now finally has a chance. He's feeling the pressure because like I have to prove to everybody कि this is why I was knocking on the door. This is why I deserve to be selected. तो उन लोग का अलग प्रेशर है and they will.
That's why it's a little unfair जो आप बोलते हैं ना कि भाई even if he doesn't perform, I will not blame him because this level is a little different. He has to have experience in this thing. Shreyas Iyer on the other hand, जो बोलते सबसे talented spin batsman है, I still don't see it. He's had a very patchy, very bits and here and there kind of innings. KL Rahul I think did his quadriceps. उसकी injury quadriceps में है. That's why he's out of this thing and obviously.
मेरे हिसाब से क्या है मालूम प्रॉब्लम, श्रेयस अय्यर he's a very good player of spin. मैं मानता हूँ, ठीक है, मैं मानता हूँ वो. I agree with that. He's an excellent player of spin, probably one of the best in the Indian team. But I can't be just picking him because he's going to play spin. I need a cricketer to play all. I would rather you be 6 out of 10 in everything rather than be 0 out of 10 against the short ball and like 10 out of 10, because I need somebody balanced. Because I can't just pick you for conditions and then not like I need a test cricketer who will play every game in any condition. Like
you understand what's coming in the pitch as well, right? Like, imagine it doesn't turn on day one and you get like Jimmy Anderson, कहीं ना कहीं से कुछ न्यू बॉल के साथ सीम लग गया, तो आप ये नहीं बोल सकते अरे मेरे को स्पिन के लिए I completely endorse that.
Dale Anderson को क्यों इतना रेट करते, क्यों इतना हाई करते? Because you have records in India, they have records in Pakistan, subcontinent, Dubai, जो भी है, they have records here. Not just in England, not just in South Africa. So you have to be a all conditions player. So mera wahi hai, like I still feel Iyer can come and score 100 in these conditions. But my thing is you're rewarding somebody who's only particular at one kind of thing, whereas you can groom somebody for all conditions. That's better. And then ask this man to go to the domestic, which he's done fair enough. He's done it, but fair enough. But like work on your issue. That's what I would say.
But like अपना एक है कि भाई now like what we usually see with Indian batsmen, they'll be under pressure of this team selection, right? अब विराट कोहली का कितना true है कितना सच, I don't know how much it is because people are saying he might not play any test. There's a lot of rumors coming from the back कि भाई 5 tests के लिए he's not going to be out because of
जडेजा का भी यही है.
जडेजा तो इंजर्ड है, लाइक उसको तो अपन देख लेते, रन आउट के टाइम पे हैमस्ट्रिंग पकड़ लिया था उन्हें, लाइक इफ यू सॉ हिम and we have like confirmation that he done his hamstring along with KL Rahul doing his quadriceps. But with Virat's return we still are not sure कि भाई उन्होंने आने वाले नहीं आने वाले हैं, उनका बेचारों का पर्सनल रीजन जो भी है, hopefully it gets over. But it is good for like Rohit Sharma बोले for the new बच्चे, it's very good like Rohit Patidar and Sarfaraz Khan.
But मेरा क्या मालूम इसका opinion, like I mean I can be wrong in this, but मेरा opinion ये है कि जो वो मैच था पहला मैच with or with I know that he's animated, he sledges, he does everything. With or without Virat Kohli, position you were in, you should not have lost the test match. Kohli नहीं रहने दो भाई, रोहित भी नहीं रहने दो. अगर आप 190 का lead लिए, doesn't matter who is there or not there, you should be winning that.
Like it was the bowlers. Like I completely agree with you. Bowlers हराए अपने को because भाई आप कुछ but कहीं ना कहीं मैं वही बोलता हूँ, fielding थोड़ी attacking बनाता, situation ऐसा. Yeah, you can talk in Pope's ear and stuff, but once you got
बिल्कुल सही बात है, आप फिर भी नहीं हारना चाहिए, उन्हें नहीं है तो.
Once you got Ben Foakes और नया पुट्टा Ryan Ahmed played so comfortably, hitting square cuts, which I'm not able to understand how he's hitting square cuts. Like you have to pressure his ass.
With Virat Kohli as captain, also not in India. In India, he was superb, but outside of India, we had the same problem. Sam Curran used to come and hit. Jamieson used to come and hit. These guys, Jansen, Rabada used to come and hit under Virat Kohli's captaincy. So this is not the first time the tail has done well against India.
Even in Australia, in the third test, if you remember at Indore, where they won the test, Stark and Lights आके मारे थे अपने को.
Yeah, तो वही है, like अगर आप देखें, like India's had this problem. It's not one particular player being there or not there. In my opinion, with that team, जो 11 थी, ठीक है उसमें.
It's not a Virat Kohli issue at all. Like I agree with them because Virat Kohli, भाई, he would have, even if Virat Kohli got out in the fourth innings, what would you do? You wouldn't say much. You would still say
Yeah, no,
bowler.
because I heard Michael Vaughan was saying कि भाई अगर उन्हें कोहली था, you would not be losing this test match. I'm saying even if he's not there, you should not be losing that test match.
100%. Even without him, like the likes that they had. Now, a lot of pressure against Shubman Gill and, like you said, Shreyas Iyer के कंधों पे. And this is what is always the annoying part. कि अगर इतना अंडर प्रेशर खेले ये थिंक कि हमारी पद कुर्सी चले जाएंगी. I am pretty sure Shubman Gill now knows that a lot of people are getting annoyed by him. Similarly, Shreyas Iyer, right? So I think अब फिर वही होगा. They're going to go in the shell of a player, try to protect their spot, and if they fail, like then I see a little bit of a failure coming from maybe Shubman Gill or Shreyas Iyer because वही हो जाता है. They go into the shell कि भाई नहीं अब बच के खेलना है, बच के खेलना है, and then that creates psychological problems.
I think also like they have to. I mean, it's difficult, but they also have to be a bit more fearless and don't worry if they lost. It's just one game. At the end of the day, एक ही मैच आप हारे. अगर आप देखें पिछले 10-15 साल इंडिया में, you only on your fingers you can count the times you've lost matches. Forget about series. Series तो आप लास्ट वही 2010 में हारे अगेंस्ट इंग्लैंड 11 में, सॉरी 11-12 जो था वो सीरीज में हारे ना. तो like you have not lost a series at home. So I think it's okay, one match. It's so you've been in this situation against the same team in the last tour. You lost the first game. So I think you shouldn't worry about it. If you're the Indian team or even if you're the fans or media, you need to just back your players and say, "Bhai, we come back and think, yes, it's going to be difficult. It's a different England team. There's a narrative of baseball, Ben Stokes ka kaptani.
They've got more spinners this time. I think that's one difference.
They're playing much more like tactically in terms of matchups. They're looking at particular things. They're a bit different in their preparation. They're not orthodox, so it's difficult to prepare for a team against England. Lekin you have to forget all that. Trust your instincts. आप पहले जीत चुके हैं ऐसे positions में. Whoever has come, even Australia are such a good team. The World Test champions, you beat them also. So I think you should play a bit fearless. If you fail, you fail. You got it. Like it's a loss. You have to accept failure. It's not a thing. And I'm talking like I know in finals is different. World Cup, ICC tournament, छोड़ दो. Now
this is bilateral, like
in Test cricket, you've done good. So usually, if you're Shubman Gill, if you're thinking you have to just play positive cricket, back your instincts. आप यहाँ तक कैसा पहुँचे by playing your game, by having certain strengths, even your weaknesses have been there. तो आप उसको back करके आप continue to play. And जायसवाल का भी देखो.
मेरे को सबसे ज्यादा यशस्वी जायसवाल का attitude towards the game बहुत पसंद. Like मार चमत्कार नहीं हुआ तो no problem. Like they won't get him because what he did in the first innings is he gave this massive boost to Rohit Sharma and everybody else कि भाई आप ये pitch पे खेल सकते हैं ऐसा मार के.
But unfortunately, what will happen? Like this is a very early prediction. I hope I'm wrong. He's not going to get last for long in the Indian team because उसका जो style of cricket है, there will be failures. He will have 10 failures. I will back him. मगर like Zach Crawley, do you think he will be back? He won't. In Indian system, बहुत मुश्किल है वैसा. Yes, and I'm talking not 1 year, 2 years. I'm talking about in the next 10 years. Will Jaiswal be opening for India 6 years down the line? I don't think so. I think he should, but I don't think so. Like he won't. Like forget about 6 years, man. Maybe in the next 2 years you won't see him. Shubman Gill was opening for India पिछले साल. अभी कहाँ है Shubman Gill? Middle order. Now we're talking about him getting dropped from the team.
Yeah,
so that's unfortunately in our culture,
but again, the competition on the top is Shubman, but with Shubman Gill, at least he has the possibility of playing at number 3, which is obviously Virat Kohli के जाने के बाद Shubman Gill might cement that spot. मेरे हिसाब से जायसवाल अगर he has a good string, people get believe in him, maybe he'll stick. Like it's depending
exactly on what you were saying about Gill though last time, and we were talking about Rahul कि भाई his, what we were saying. Rahul को निकाल रहे team में से दोनों, like this was the talk everybody, not just me and you.
But then what is the what is the parameter of keeping कब तक रखना, right? कब तक रखना वो है कि अपन वही क्या बोलते हैं इंसाफ तो संजू को तो इंसाफ तो मिला इसने उसको तो छोड़ दिया.
That's where you have to be I mean if you're the chairman thing, you have to be a bit biased, I would say, or whatever. You have to have your eye if you're the captain or whatever the management, and you say कि भाई इसको मैं back करूंगा, इसको मैं नहीं करूंगा, and it'll look unfair to the naked eye to the audience. मगर you say कि भाई जायसवाल में है talent, मैं इसको 2 साल stretch पे दूंगा, let him open the innings. उन्हें fail करा तो मेरे को फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Like Ben Stokes
प्रॉब्लम क्या थी मालूम, सबसे बड़ी अभी क्यों प्रॉब्लम आएंगे जायसवाल का प्रोटेक्शन इसलिए और
मालूम है
मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूं, इट्स द कैप्टेंसी थिंग. एक बार नया कैप्टन बनेगा because Rohit Sharma is not going to last forever. The minute like every captain has his own squad, every captain has his own team, and in that aspect मेरे हिसाब से every captain को एक थोड़े players की तरफ likability रहती है. Like देखो जब ऐसा बोला धोनी used to play such players that you would not understand. Virat has his own set of players. विराट तो खैर बहुत chop and change करा. Rohit Sharma की एक core team बनी हुई है. अब next जो भी आने वाला है, KL, Hardik, whoever it is, he's going to have his own squad, and you might get to see Ishan Kishan come back. So that is the thing. I think every captain has it set up played, and या तो आप criteria based on conditions बनाओ, जैसे इंग्लैंड करती कभी कभी they pick players based on the conditions of that ground or that country that they're going to go to. Yeah, आप just have a core team and then you experience whatever balance out, like Australia. They always have similar people in their squad.
मैं तो
Yeah,
बोल रहा हूँ
you
आप तो लाइक
team up बना दो, ताकि everybody at least is in the line of cricket.
मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ अगर कप्तान भी सेम है तो ही वोंट लास्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द कल्चर ऑफ क्रिकेट ही वोंट लास्ट लाइक बिकॉज द स्टाइल
Because
ऑफ
this
क्रिकेट
batsman is very talented.
आप
Like
ही
no
देख
doubt.
लो आप ही देख लो पहले इनिंग्स में उसके बारे में कितनी तारीफ थी, सेकंड इनिंग्स में बोले भाई क्या शॉट खेल लिया, राइट
हाँ,
लाइक अगर आप देखो
होगा
तो
भैया, रोहित शर्मा भी अच्छा खेलते खेलते आउट हो गया. Like
yeah, तो
these
वही है
things.
like in our the way we play our cricket and the way like we look at our cricket, how we analyze it, he
Yeah.
won't last in my opinion in test matches. I don't know about T20s, one days in test matches. Is very unless like because Shubman
He
Gill,
does
bro,
something
guys,
consistently good. Yeah.
Shubman Gill had a dream year last year. Just go and look at his innings, his stats, everything, right?
Who?
Just look at
Suman.
Shubman
Yeah,
Gill.
Suman was top of the list in
All
every division.
formats he was scoring
Yeah, all
hundreds
format.
every
All,
format including T20. और
yeah.
अभी हम सब इंक्लूडिंग मी वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कि भाई अगर उन्हें फेल हुआ ये सीरीज उसको निकाल
प्रॉब्लम
देंगे.
नहीं ना, शुभमन का प्रॉब्लम वही है ना, लाइक दैट्स व्हाट समटाइम्स आई थिंक, तीनों फॉर्मेट में खिलाना कभी कभी हानिकारक है. इट्स लाइक लिटिल बैड फॉर
ये
यू.
अभी बात कर रहे हैं हम मगर
बेचारा
ये
एक फॉर्मेट में अगर फेल हो रहा कंसिस्टेंट, लाइक इंग्लैंड का ही देखो, जैक रॉलिंग ओनली, दैट्स व्हाई आई कीप सेइंग इट्स वन फॉर्मेट और थ्री फॉर्मेट मेक्स अ वेरी बिग डिफरेंस ऑन योर रेज्यूमे. इफ यू आर डूइंग वन टास्क and you're failing at a task, you still have a, अरे भाई तीन टास्क में अगर आप फेल हो रहे, like T20 टेस्ट एंड ODI में, it creates much more impact. अरे भाई ये ना T20 खेल पा रहा, ना इन्हें टेस्ट खेल पा रहा, ना इन्हें वनडे खेल पा रहा. And Shubman is so good that he was in all the three teams at one time. Similarly, if you take Zach Rowley or Ben Duckett's case, they're not in all three formats, they're just in one format. So it doesn't make a big difference because at least other players are getting opportunities in other things. This guy is basically taking one slot. And that's what will happen with Jaiswal, like you're saying. What you're
that's what I'm
predicting,
saying, but why is he in all three formats? Because he scored hundreds in all three formats, he
yeah.
scored runs in all three
And
formats.
simultaneously, you're failing in all three formats, which is making the
वही तो
biggest.
प्रॉब्लम है मगर but the main thing comes to whether you have to back him or not back him. So I feel that is
Back,
the
I
biggest,
think I should get back. Like, there's no
like
ifs or
that's what I'm
buts.
saying. And but in our culture, from what I've seen, I don't
Yeah.
think they will. Like मेरे हिसाब से अभी already people are losing patience with Shubman Gill, who had a dream year, including myself. मैं भी बोल रहा हूँ भाई ये
Yeah,
क्या
100%.
कर
Yeah.
but like if you look at it from a different point of view, you should be backed, you should be given the opportunity because there is a reason why you're in the team. आप
But
जो
that is the
runs
thing that the
वाले
BCCI has to do. What is the end game? Like, how much of a long rope are you going to give someone in a format? You either set that so people actually know.
people
Because
don't
like,
have
see, what I don't understand in terms of KL Rahul और जो श्रेयस अय्यर का जो comeback था. KL Rahul was flopping, but he kept playing in the team, and then he got injured or married, one of the things, and he went and then he came back. Right? When I said, "Okay, bhai, let me at least miss this guy," I was not even getting an opportunity to miss him because he wasn't even evacuating that spot that he's been hogging up and failing at. Then finally got married. He got some time off. He came in the IPL. He got injured. He got off. When he came back, you could see the difference that he brought in the team, and I agree with that. Like right now, KL Rahul is still a good batsman, but I'm not having the dependency guy. He's going to be a match winner for me. Yes, he won the match like 2 times with a very slow 50 or a 70. And same with Shreyas Iyer. They both got this backing after going out of the team. They just came back into the team, and that is
but
where
you have
what is the parameter like? If Shubman Gill not having a good year, let's say he gets injured, does he come back into the Jaiswal Cup? What is like the structure that they want to bring in terms of coming and going in the team? That
you
is
also
something.
then have to question your preparation, your
Yeah.
skill sets, your your how you prepare for a series, and you have to question those things because ये जो बात कर रहे हैं आप केएल राहुल, इसके में ये पुजारा को भी अप्लाई होता है, रहाणे को भी अप्लाई होता है, अप्लाई होता है, राइट? लाइक एट अ टाइम दे
सारा विजय शंकर को तो गायब कर दिए, हनुमान विहारी को गायब कर दिए.
why are they not
being friends with the captain, being friends with the whole team? Like, what is it like? It doesn't make
why
sense, right?
couldn't Rahane and Pujara win us
Yeah, after Virat's exit, he was the one who won us that match in Australia, right? Like,
yeah, but why couldn't they win us the WTC? Why couldn't they score 100 against New Zealand, against Kane Williamson's team? Why couldn't they score a double 100? Again, like that's then you have to question जो भी आपका system है, you have to question.
what is the process that they want to set in place so that everybody has clarity? अच्छा भाई,
In
Huh?
England, the thing is, even in England, no, in England it's also difficult, but in India you can't, because in India there's too much things involved. You have too many people you have to talk to, discuss, and everything. There's too many people. When it's that scenario कि भाई too many cooks spoil the broth. बहुत ज़्यादा लोग involved हो जाते हैं. हम लोग भी
बहुत
involved हो
ज्यादा,
जाते
और यहाँ पे वही प्रॉब्लम है कि अगेन इट्स जस्ट आपकी दोस्ती किस अच्छी है, आपका कनेक्टिविटी अच्छी नहीं है, लाइक ऑल ऑफ दीस फैक्टर्स आल्सो कम इन। इब्राहिम भाई बोले स्लो।
The simple math is, me and you will never back. We take this
या
2 years ago. We would have never backed Zach Crawley after that New Zealand series. 2 साल
नो
पहले
यार,
जो
that was
उन्होंने
horrendous, yeah, that was
जो
so
5
bad।
मैच खेला, we would have never backed him. I wouldn't have.
No,
You wouldn't have. मैं लिख के
yeah,
दे रहा हूँ. It's a क्या
yeah।
है, डक पे आउट हो रहा हर बॉल.
अरे
वो भी
what, no, yeah, but मैं वही
वो
बोल रहा हूँ ना, like मुस्तफा वही एक चीज, I mean I won't back him, but my only thing is like this guy is still only one, I mean I don't know why it's for me maybe that important, but it's just like he's at least failing in one subject, not in 3 subjects, right? Like there are players in India who are in every format, like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Hardik Pandya, अगर हार्दिक पांड्या है, बुमराह, सिराज, all of these guys are, because the England क्या
but
at least
that's
they spread
irrelevant,
out
right?
they spread out their dump, they spread out like
No,
T20 में
but
कोई
that's
है।
irrelevant. Pujara is a one subject player also. He's dropped from the team.
हाँ
Rahane
तो
is
वही
also dropped. No, it's irrelevant how many formats you're playing. What is relevant is the form, right?
yeah,
Zach
yeah,
Crawley
that's
could have been replaced by anybody. This भाई वहाँ पे line है test openers के, like हम बोलते नहीं है बोल के, but they play county cricket and everything. किसी को भी आप उठा सकते, right? आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया को देख लो, स्टीव स्मिथ को बना दिया ओपनर. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आपके पास options नहीं है, options तो रहते. अब डेविड वार्नर replace all 3 formats. He was failing in some
yeah, both
formats.
of them,
He stuck to
before,
him in all 3 formats. So, like
yeah,
I'm telling you, what you're saying is correct, but it doesn't. It's not relevant
apply.
in
Yeah, it
terms
doesn't apply because of the, yeah, you can, it goes more on form, but again I think कहीं ना कहीं like you
it's
said,
not
the
form.
parameters need to be set कि भाई कब तक क्या रस्सी दे रहे,
Yeah.
कैसा देते हैं, and it should be equal to everybody. It shouldn't be कि भाई KL
मगर
राहुल
वो
श्रेयस अय्यर,
impossible है.
yeah, वो
Impossible.
यहाँ पे तो
Okay, आप
impossible।
देखो, for example, you are a unique player. You bowl left arm spin, right? Wicket to wicket, you can control 4 overs, right? Me, I bowl leg spin. If I want consistency, I will pick you every single game. Me will be more horses for courses, because I like, if it's a bit a turning track and thing. If it's a grass track, मेरा नहीं बनता खेलना, तुम्हारा
Yeah,
बनता,
yeah,
right?
yeah।
So it won't. I'm just giving you like amateur level. Imagine like on the
maybe
professional level.
condition level I would say चलो ठीक है, I get condition horses for courses कर रहे हैं आप, वो सब ठीक, but like it's just like you know, again like you said, Shuman Gill को तो अपन on the brink of exit देख रहे हैं, and again if he fails I'm pretty sure he's gonna fall, and you might see Sarfaraz at 3 and Rajat Patidar at 4. That's also a very big possibility, right? So you never know what's gonna happen in cricket. At the end of the day आप जब ये जॉब में आ रहे हैं, आप समझ जाना कि भाई it's chop and change at some time of
मेरे को
the
एक सवाल है, why hasn't Surya Kumar Yadav and or Rahane or Pujara not been selected instead of Patidar and Sarfaraz?
So Surya Kumar had a hernia operation, that's why he's
Yeah, he's
recovered.
injured. Okay,
He is
yeah.
injured. Rahane, I think, was not that great in the Ranji for Maharashtra. He didn't perform or outperform. And Pujara, I don't know what was wrong with him. I think he
Which
was
is
also
correct.
playing
I
county,
agree.
like he wasn't doing well in the county season.
I agree with this. It's just that they should have done this last year also. I agree that they didn't pick them, but like I was just asking because last
Yeah,
year.
man, like देखो वही तो है, like longevity किसको भी देना है देते, जिसको नहीं देना है नहीं देते, and yeah, when Pujara came for the WTC, we were all like a little shook, and right, like कैसा आ गया उन्हें एकदम से, and then what shots he played, he was already playing for 1 month in the county league, and
Yeah, you were very angry at him.
because और 1 month आप वहाँ पे पत्थर आप फोड़ रहे, आप आके इनसाइड दे रहे, भाई ऐसा मूवमेंट होगा उधर, फिर आप आगे जाके है ना, आप थर्ड मैन पे आप चिप करके आउट हो जाते, like it was so stupid like. Remember saying slow turn similar to first test, I think Indian team has taken the safer route with an inexperienced batting lineup. Safer route in the बोल रहे हो ना कि with terms of inexperienced batting, maybe like they'll be playing with their putting a price on the wicket maybe or
I
something.
think the thing is right now there is no safe route. If you have a flat wicket,
Yeah,
you can lose because they'll go at like 8 runs and over. If you have a rank turner, you can lose because, like you said, inexperienced batting lineup. If you're a slow turner, you lost already on a slow turner.
yeah.
So that's also a risk. So I think
The only route that's working is Joe Root, and like I think he's been fantastic.
yeah, there's no safe like a safe route नहीं है, safe direction नहीं है. There is because the opposition is come here to compete and they've got the confidence of winning the first game. मेरे हिसाब से नहीं जीतना था वो game, उन लोग हारना था, लेकिन अब
But they came back, credit to them, they fought well.
Yeah, they played out of the skin and it goes now. आप कुछ भी बोलो भाई, तारीफ कर सकते हैं हम लोग, कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं भाई. Ben Stokes is GOAT, he's Michael Jordan, you can say anything. Now if he loses the next 2 test matches, we will say कि क्या है बकवास basketball, they don't know how to
मेरे को
defend
तो
the
लग
ball.
रहा है साउथ में जीत जाते हैं. I think the Vizag test, I feel they'll win it. I
I
don't know why.
want you to go and read the
Because
articles and watch the podcast on day 1 and day 2 of
on
the
Thursday.
of Hyderabad, and then go and watch, including our podcast, and then see the day 3, day 4.
Yeah.
See how the narrative flips of every single cricket fan or analyst or journalist or ex-cricketer. How the narrative flips in 2 days. From भाई अपना शेफ कहाँ है, sarcastic comments, ये क्या है, वो क्या है, ये क्या है, to वो basketball is next level, man.
You know,
Like
मैं
that.
तो वो बोलूँ that's going to be evident in like every tournament. अब होने की चीज तो है, banter तो कोई भी करते हैं, अपन भी अपने वालों को back. But जैसा
नहीं, यहाँ पे बैंटर नहीं था, यहाँ पे बोल रहे भाई ये कौन सी टीम आ गई जो compete नहीं कर सकते. And normally this happens at the start of the series, and then towards the end, because the touring team comes and understands conditions, they improve. मगर ये
acclimatizes है.
2 दिन में flip कर दिया है इन्हें, तो यहाँ पे इसलिए थोड़ा खतरा पड़ गया आपको.
हाँ,
अगर
ज्यादा
आप
है,
देखें
because immediate
the same
impact हो गया.
narrative in India with Australia. Kohli gone, you 36 all out, then Jadeja gets injured, then
When Smith,
Bumrah.
जब स्मिथ फ्लिप कर दिया था थर्ड टेस्ट में इंदौर में, जब बॉर्डर गावस्कर में फ्लिप कर दिया, 2-1 कर दिया था.
हाँ, मगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो वाला जो गैबा में जीते आप, उस नैरेटिव क्या था कि भाई 36 ऑल आउट, कोहली इज गॉन, दिस यू हैव नो चांस, यू गोना गेट स्क्रूड, व्हाई डू यू विन हियर, एंड देन यू वन दिस. Yeah, but it took towards the end of the series for you to flip the narrative. यहाँ पे 2 दिन में narrative flip हो गया. So of course you're right, it happens in series, but that's why you can't take any international team lightly. You have to till the end of the thing. Australia had the perfect summer, and
I mean, you can't even take England lightly after that Ashes, right? The Ashes that they played at home, the comeback जो ना करे, Ben Stokes जो second test भी ला लिया था, you know, 150 like that 100 that he smashed, and he stood there till the last. I forgot which ground it was. The third one was in Manchester. The second one was somewhere, I forgot.
No, third one was in Leeds. Fourth one was in Manchester.
Manchester, yeah. So I mean, that was incredible, and वो तरीके की बैटिंग जो ने, I would never take England light in any ground now.
तो Stokes को स्टंप कर दिया था उन्हें, कैरी ने तो maybe they could have won that.
और थक गया था, चिक्का मार के थक गया था.
नहीं बेयरस्टो जो याद है controversial
run out हो गया था, yeah. Yeah, that you'll be remembered for that, and that's what exactly we're doing right now. But I think it was fantastic. And England जिस तरीके से ये इंडिया को आई है, the way people are saying अबू धाबी में ट्रेनिंग करे क्या है, और फिर वीजा का इशू हो गया, वो एक उस पे चढ़ गए लोग, उसके बाद ये हो गया. But जो तरीके से आए, and whatever I think one session I saw in the whole test because of whatever situation I had, but भाई वो the amount of fans that turned up for England, it's been fantastic to see.
Yeah, and they travel very heavy like this, and I would
say Bharat Army overspoke after day 1. They are saying, "Oh, you're seeing the wickets go." You know, Barney Army like trumpet player है, उन्हें खाली हंसा. You just watch things how Ben Stokes turns it around in day 2, and उन्हें कर दिया भाई, जिता दिया day 3 तक, day 4
तक. And you know, Faiz, this is like this is. I would say it's still only 70% of the full Barmy Army. जब उन लोग वेस्ट इंडीज जाते हैं, श्रीलंका जाते हैं,
oh yeah, it's the best, yeah, बिल्कुल
उन लोग और ज्यादा वो रहता है. But I think because also Indian fans are also there to watch and everything, right? But normally when these guys travel, bro, it looks they can test matches. You know how India, when they play ICC events in limited overs, it's like India crowd everywhere. It's like an England crowd everywhere in test matches, apart from India, because India is just a next level.
No, but this time I think Hyderabad both enjoyed, even the players like they enjoyed Hyderabad a lot. The atmosphere ever. भाई 40% of the ground getting full. You 20,000, 15,000 लोग, 10,000 at RA every day बोल रहा हूँ till day 4, and it was fun to see.
कबड्डी मैच देखने गया था हैदराबाद में.
Orange सीटा rooftop अच्छे थे. Obviously again there's still washroom issue that we have in the Rajiv Gandhi, but it was fun to see कि भाई ये टेस्ट क्रिकेट को प्रोटेक्ट करना है तो ऐसा.
You live in Hyderabad, now you're working in cricket, you need to raise the issue with the HCA, bro.
I'll talk a word with whoever's the court, I know Supreme Court में किसमें अभी
किसके not good enough. Those pictures I saw, I don't know how true it is. You went to the stadium, so you're telling me it is like that.
I went in a very rush, like honestly I went running, but I saw the rooftops were fun, good quality, and the seats were already preparing for IPL, so पूरे orange है.
मगर ये जो वाइजैक का है ग्राउंड, मैं सुना कि आई डोंट नो अंदर कैसा रहेगा, बट आई मीन वी सी इट ऑन टीवी, बट लाइक जो ड्राइव रहता ग्राउंड को, बहुत खूबसूरत ड्राइव है. आई बीन टू वाइजैक once in my life, and it's a beautiful place, man. You get like
going on Saturday. Hopefully, if everything goes well, I'll try going on Saturday and
to VIZAG. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful place, and the drive is crazy. Like it has sea as well, and it has thing.
Yeah, seafood. It's very good. It's like a mini Chennai, like a mini Madras, like, but like
or
let's see. I
Hyderabad?
mean, Hyderabad में yeah beach नहीं है
It is
Hyderabad.
same state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I think
same
it's Andhra
state.
Pradesh, not Telangana, or it's
They're more
Telangana.
Telugu speaking there than
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. YSR Reddy का है पूरा ground, the YSR Reddy ground. But yeah, it's gonna turn. You have to expect it to turn. बहुत ज़्यादा turn होने वाला है. It's what we feel. I feel at least they're
I
gonna.
mean, that's what I thought. मगर अब pitch देख के, if you know George Dobell, the English journalist, he
Yeah.
posted the photo on Twitter. तो अगर आप लोग Twitter X पे है तो आप देख सकते हो. Just search his name, George Dobell, and you will see he posted a photo of the wicket, and it looks like similar to the Hyderabad on black soil, less slow turn. That's what it looks right now. But I'm still have that feeling.
The wicket I saw in IPL Mustafa Hyderabad के, and the wicket I saw on the day of the test, I was like, ये कौन सा wicket है भाई? Because it's like cracks and then it's straight and then it's cracks. I'm like, ये क्या है भाई? ये अलग ही दिख रहा है,
मगर
red
फिर
दिख
भी
रहा
दोनों टीम 400 मारे थे हैदराबाद में.
है. Yeah.
800 आपके तो
Runs तो
800 रन
काफी
तो 2 इनिंग में बन गए थे
And
आपके.
यही चीज अपने को एंडोर्स करना है कि भाई इतना मजा टेस्ट क्यों आया, बिकॉज देयर वाज द कंपटीशन बैट एंड बॉल के बीच में. आप वन साइडेड बॉल में डालोगे, आप बैट नहीं कर पाओगे, क्या ही मजा आएगा. लाइक एज अ प्लेयर एज योरसेल्फ, व्हाट यू गोना एंजॉय, व्हाट यू गोना बी रिमेंबर्ड फॉर. चलो एक इनिंग्स आप खेल लेंगे, बट consistently fail होंगे, which again adds to the point of Shubman Gill, Shreyas, like they won't be able to sustain their spots, or like what the new people, Rajat Patidar, it's all pitch oriented. like आपके pitches ऐसे है कि बच्चे ही नहीं खेल पाएंगे तो क्या करेंगे फिर, कौन आगे आपको लेके जाएगा टीम इंडिया में.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes of course you want a challenge, you want everything, मगर आप अगर every match will be like 100 all out kind of, फिर आपका confidence इतना down हो जाता कि when you do see a good pitch you still won't be able to score because runs are runs.
हाँ,
आप
आपको
एक चीज
protect करना पड़ेगा ना विकेट.
First, we play a lot of cricket, right? I mean, not as much as maybe other people.
Recently तो शुरू करे अपन वापस.
We play cricket. अगर आप देखो, opposition कुछ भी रन दो, it can be the worst opposition. We can get out for 0 because we'll say, अरे इन्हें तो मेरे साथ हुआ, मैं लुल बोल रहा हूँ, right? I got one guy out because I tossed it up like that. Full toss था वो छक्का था. Like मैं खुद बोल रहा हूँ, that was a 6. I got him bowled. That just shows कि runs are runs. It doesn't matter who the opposition is. Even if you score runs against me or you, runs are runs. Like you have to respect that. So like that's why if you're in a rut and the conditions are forcing you to be in a rut, then it becomes a bit complicated. So you need to have that balance.
Like Kolkata में जब South Africa played India and Jaddu took that 6-wicket haul in the World Cup, no one thought ऐसा होगा, but उन्हें वही पिच का ऐसा था कि साउथ अफ्रीका जो मारे थे खड़े 100 ये वो पूरे पिंडे मिल गए.
लाइन से चले गए.
या पूरे लाइन से गए, and it was just because कि भाई जडेजा was going skid हो रहा, घुस जा रहा, ना समझ में नहीं आ रहा उनको, and he was getting to turn also in Kolkata. So that's what it is. You have to respect the pitch, you have to respect the opposition, and I think वही है for being a little bit more healthier test matches to enjoy the test match. This is one of the most talked about test matches in a long time. आप देखो हैदराबाद का भी, एक तो इंडिया lost, obviously that'll be content for everybody, but the second, and the second thing is it's because the balance between bat and ball. Just was impact, उसके बाद Pope's innings, उसके बाद Root's bowling, and then अपने
I think that's the main thing, the comeback, Pope's innings. That is what will be remembered for.
And
right?
The crowd came in numbers, and that was so good to watch in the whole test match. It took place. There was equal competition. Rohit Sharma was stressed out. Ben Stokes had ups and downs. Like everybody there was action-packed sessions every session that was happening.
Now, even if Ben Stokes lose this series, he's going to be backed because he's done things like as captain. He's done things as captains which is like shit, man.
The more I'm like reading about him, the more I'm looking at his judgment is like he doesn't have fear of failure. Yes, and well, but he doesn't want to lose badly. Even if you lose fighting, right? There's a difference in that. अपन कभी हारते को FIFA में 6-0, 7, it pisses me off particularly. I hate losing. But if I'm losing while playing good and I give a tough fight, I don't mind. 1-0 हारे, but अपने भी chances थे. It should be like it shouldn't be one side मार दे रहे, नंगा कच्चा मार दे रहे. It's annoying.
I just add to that is basically that comes from trying to win the game till the last breath. So he's finding that doesn't mean he's going to take it close. Sometimes they'll get bundled for 80, like you saw against South Africa in the when baseball started, जो home series था England का, उसमें उन लोग एक गेम में 80-90 all out हो गए. They came in to win the series, but they got smashed in that game. But he is still looking, even though they were 70-9, even at that time he was looking to win the game. Like
exactly. That's the mentality that India needs to put in के भाई हारे भी तो मसला नहीं, but ऐसा हारो के जीते वैसा दिखना कि भाई put in the effort.
मसला था।
And
अभी देखो मैं आपको एक चीज बोलूं, अब
yeah,
तुम
मसला
बोलो
तो आएगा, वो तो बिल्कुल है, हाँ.
now for example, this is like I'll just apply, it's not just, it's us also, it's in our culture. Now
हाँ.
if I say, guys, we're going to have a game here, there's going to be 20 people watching, okay, the
Yeah,
prize is um, uh, 2 tickets to Old Trafford, it's me versus you, FIFA best of 3,
yeah.
दोनों को
Yeah.
जीतने वाली है, right? We're not going to say
अभी अभी जा रहा हूँ खेलने अभी.
now, if it's Ben Stokes playing against you, he will say, "Bro, who gives a shit? I'll buy my own ticket and go later if I lose. But if I win, I get a free ticket. I'm gonna go." So he'll look to win. He'll look
Yeah,
to
yeah.
beat you. But
But he
me and
knows
you,
that there's something ahead, like there's another alternate route that'll come in the
yeah.
group or
But if
something.
it's me versus you, हम लोग दोनों नमाज़ा में रहेंगे, वो करेंगे, दुआ पढ़ेंगे,
Yeah.
वो करेंगे.
We'll
Our approach becomes different, right? Like so. That's what
Naked
it is.
noise. Yeah, yeah. No,
That's what
I
it is.
100%. But again, like in the
There's
matter of
nothing
Ben
wrong
Stokes,
in it,
I
but
appreciate
it's just
it.
two different approaches.
Yeah, what with Ben Stokes again, it's the part that he knows that he'll get back. He knows he's got that belief in the people, and he got a very good coach in Baz, right? Like in McCallum, like who will understand his input, right? So there's good fluidity amongst the whole team. Like people trust McCallum trusts Ben Stokes trusts whoever he's already like Zach Crawley, Bender, Kitana. So it's a good flow that's happening over there.
But I want
And
to see.
the thing that is invoked in everybody is that, hey, just give it your best. And if you lose,
Yeah,
you
but
lose.
the thing is, I want to see a documentary in this. Like, I want the Amazon people to follow
Yeah,
them
they
because
should. They 100% should. I
मेरे को
think from
समझ में नहीं आ रहा, मैं अगर
like
ऐसा बात बोलूं,
rise to rising and rising and just winning. Like that's it.
because very
That's
difficult to get
all.
success playing that kind of cricket, man. It's very difficult to be consistent. मगर कोई ना
And to
कोई,
maintain that mindset,
yeah,
is also
maintain the
very
mindset and to take
because
out shit even as
Rohit
captain.
Sharma was in the winning team in World Cup में आप 11 games हार दिए पूरों की, right? Like you were unbelievable. And the last game you did things that you didn't do. You didn't give Siraj the new ball. You gave Shami the new ball because it's Ahmedabad. At the toss you got fickle mind, you got pareshan harte ki. So those things, that mindset sort of gets, you know, uncomfortable when things are against you. Whereas Ben Stokes,
Yeah,
if it's unagainst him, he lives, उसको क्या बोलते हैं, मजा आता है वो चीज में. If it's against, the odds are against him, he enjoys the challenge. So it's how you
yeah,
take it mindset wise. वो I forgot नाइकी का कौन सा कोट है तुम्हारा, एक टी शर्ट था, बट माइंडसेट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि अगर आपके अगेंस्ट ऑड्स चले जाते, या पिच चले जाती, या टॉस चले जाती, इट डजंट डिक्टेट द आउटकम ऑफ द गेम. यू स्टिल, लाइक यू सेड, द पिच, एवरीथिंग, यू हैव टू गिव योर बेस्ट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. आप
yeah.
अगर वो सब लेके हिसाब में चले, जैसा आप बोले, द मिनट वी नो इट समथिंग इज ऑन द लाइन एंड वी नॉट गेटिंग फेवरेबल कंडीशंस टू प्ले, वी गोइंग टू शिट आवरसेल्व्स.
Yeah, and you see the simple World Cup में देख लो, England got thrashed. They came last in the World Cup, right?
Yeah,
India came to the finals. India,
yeah,
but like you see, I know it's a different format and everything, and it's different thing. But Joe Root was there. There were Mark Wood was there. There were people who were mixing formats, and
yeah.
you see that like they let it behind them. Whatever they had a failure, they accepted it, and then now they're playing this series. They're looking to win the series. So and they're sticking to their style of play. They're playing aggressive cricket. Same India, where they lost the World Cup, they won like a historic match, which would be remembered as one of the
Great.
greatest away victories of all time. I think the only thing that beats it is them winning the Ashes in Australia under Strauss, was it? I think that's the only thing which can beat it, because winning in Australia is almost impossible. Even in India, it's like that. But that's
Yeah.
maybe one thing. But what they did in Hyderabad is because they stuck to the style, and they've accepted that we're going to fail also.
And they studied well. I think वो बहुत important चीज थी कि उन्होंने अपनी प्रिपरेशन बहुत बहुत जबरदस्त करे. स्पिन अटैक ये टाइम लेके आए. इट्स नॉट जस्ट एक मॉन्टी पनेसर या एक जैक लीच के साथ आप आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे. You respected the opposition, you respected the
First two
conditions.
selections, like on this point, you're saying two selections. Hartley, he was picked through a umpire's camp because of his release point. उन लोग बोले भाई अक्सर ऐसी बात है तो उसको हम उसको ले खिलाएंगे. Not on stats, not on anything. Shoaib Bashir.
And Shoaib Bashir, yeah, उसको
वो
क्लिप
guy
मिला
did
था.
it.
Ben Stokes को क्लिप मिला था. He WhatsApped it to McCallum.
हाँ, वो क्लिप कौन का था, जो ने इसको निकाला था,
Tom
एलिस
Smith का था.
Yeah,
हाँ.
Alice Rukuk. Alice Rukuk is one of the best players of spin in England. He got him out. He got that clip. He put it in that golf group with
Yeah.
McCallum and Robert Key.
Yeah.
They are supposed to discuss cricket too. But yeah,
सब
that's
चीजें तो WhatsApp पे करता है. समझ में नहीं, like his favorite app, man.
so
Everything
the
on WhatsApp
thinking
is
is unorthodox and everything. But like you said, they're looking for victory. It's just a different way to look at it. अब
Exactly.
golf खेल रहे हो, अब like someone like you, right? I know because from what I have seen, you want to be focused, you want to be dedicated. You're not going to go play tennis, golf, and you have a cricket match tomorrow. But these guys do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you saw Australia. I remember the World Cup final. Before that, I was playing Call of Duty in the
Yeah,
hotel.
we wouldn't do that. We're not that. Bhai, exam
I
hai,
mean, I think you
bhai.
would go and play pickleball. I mean, you would go
No,
and play
that's
the
because like now I've changed. But like when we were in school, if I was playing
pickleball.
pickleball a day before or paddle before that thing, my dad will hit me with a belt, right? Like bro, we used to
He'll
watch
play
what we
paddleball.
used to watch
Yeah.
football and चुप चुप के हम लोग डर डर के टीवी देखते
हाँ
थे
याद है वो टीवी बंद कर
एग्जाम
यार
से
अभी
because
yeah,
exam है भाई next day, right?
yeah.
उन लोग screw it. Now
Like
I'm like that because
yeah
now
yeah
I'm like that because also I've lived outside and like I've went to
हाँ
like I've
yeah
had experiences which has changed me, but still we have that somewhere down the line कि भाई discipline रहना, भाई
yeah
ये करना, clean रहना, कोई वो नहीं करना. Like of course this is very good. Like अब
yeah,
जब तुम्हारा तुम्हारा जो discipline है, जो भी तुम्हारा वो है, that's excellent. But
yeah.
this is just a different way to look at it. So it depends on the
Again,
man.
like we all say, na, man, personality is different. Here, people
Yeah.
get inspiration or motivation in different ways, right? Like Ben Stokes might relax before a match by doing. I might relax by sleeping one day before,
Yeah.
right? And you might relax by chilling in watching
Yeah.
football. So everyone's relaxation. Again, with the whole advancement of mental health and how people think and how. But I think we sub to obviously adds to the
Also,
whole
like
cause.
if you see Strauss under Strauss, they were very successful, but it was like a military regime. It was very disciplined. I've
Yeah,
sworn in
very
looks
disciplined. Yeah,
very strict. They couldn't play. Forget about chilling. They couldn't even play the type of shots they wanted to. They had to
yeah,
follow a particular
mhm,
discipline, but they were very successful. उन
yeah,
लोग भाई
yeah.
नंबर वन उन लोग हर जगह जीते लाइक ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं जीते
Strauss
they
is a
won
very successful captain. Yeah,
they won in
100%.
India. I mean,
Rashid,
he was captain then,
Rashid,
but it was Strauss' team. And they won everywhere, India, Australia, this and that. They were very strict. आप Peterson का book पढ़ लो उसमें उन्हें बोलता भाई like I couldn't like you could imagine Peterson is a perfect basketball player, but in that he wasn't fitting the bill. Why? Because it was a very disciplined regime. जो
yeah,
नहीं था.
and
But
in 12 and 11, he smashed it completely.
so like you
Peterson.
said, there's different ways of accessing success.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Also, speaking of winning in Australia, कल West Indies and Australia का भी first ODI है Melbourne में. It's going to be fun because after what Shea Hope का थे.
Yeah, right. It's going to be fun. You would not
Wait,
believe that is the biggest lie they have.
huh?
Yeah, it's not going to be fun. One day cricket is boring now.
Oh, it's boring, but like what Shamar Joseph did to Australia, it was something
It's test
amazing
cricket,
to
bro.
watch.
It's
It was like,
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful cricket.
I think Test cricket right now is going very top.
You know where Shamar Joseph has been signed?
PSL में था, but again he's not going to
Yes.
be available, is what I read. He wasn't going to be
Yes.
available because of an injury.
Under Babar Azam's
Babar, yeah,
leadership.
Karachi or
Peshawar Zalmi.
Peshawar Zalmi.
Zalmi.
Yeah, Bobby has a knife for these people.
Yeah, it does.
But
Peshawar
Bobby,
Zalmi.
Bobby's practicing kanki, but I don't know
He's
where he's
playing
going.
Bangladesh Premier League.
He was going to. He's playing BPL also in the middle, right? He was playing BPL.
No, BPL.
No, BPL में ही था वो half century.
No.
Oh, I thought it was the BBL. अच्छा,
नहीं,
BPL.
BPL.
Also अभी
Shaheen Shah भी अच्छा है परसों match 3-1 against Bolt. He hit it through third man point and won them the game. He hit a four.
yeah, Shaheen क्या against, right?
Shaheen,
Yeah,
no, Shaheen against Bolt.
Shaheen won. Yeah, Shaheen won. Yeah, I saw that. They were showing that before that all they both were smiling, and then after the toss it was Shaheen who had the last laugh. But boy, I mean everybody's playing T20. Everybody's more focused on that aspect. I mean India again with these 5 tests, it's fun. It's a good mental battle that they're having. But T20 format वाला IPL में सब खेलने वाले हैं पूरे मैच आने का 100% प्रैक्टिस रहने वाला है उधर उनका. अभी भी चल रहा है एक मैच आई थिंक राइट मुंबई केप टाउन का.
दोनों SC T20 and IL T20 I think दोनों matches चल रहे हैं. I think Brevis smashed man in this game against Pretoria. He's hit I'll just confirm that, but he hit 66 of 32 balls.
Wow, this guy's incredible talent, man.
Yeah.
But
And,
Mumbai let go of him. It's very shocking, but I can understand also why they let go of him. Like,
Yeah,
did they
so-
let go of him? Yeah, I think they did, right? I'm not sure.
248 मार दिए उन लोग. No,
Wow.
Brevis. I don't know. I think Brevis is still there, but I'm not like I can't confirm with you 100%.
But yes, I'm so looking forward to this. And Anderson in the playing 11, like we mentioned, it's gonna be fun because it's always fun with Jimmy when he's bowling with the new ball. You never know what to expect. I know Ashes he wasn't the best. We all said age ho gaya, age is caught up with him. But again, he's always going to be a test for any batsman, right?
41 का है भाई. अभी भी
41.
खेल रहा. He is incredible, man.
Discipline.
This is like 5th series, 6th series like in India.
Yeah.
It's incredible, man. Like you said, he made his debut before these guys were born, Shoaib Bashir and
Jan Ahmed.
Yeah, Ryan Ahmed. दोनों से पहले ने like incredible that he still the fact that he's playing international cricket and picking up even one wicket, whatever it is, it's crazy, man. It's
Lasting 90 overs, man, that's also a very big deal, right? Like in the field, bowling at least like 12, 15 overs in that 90 overs and being in the
Broad
World
is 5 years younger to him, and he's retired. 5, 6 years younger, like 5 years younger to him, I think, and he's retired.
Yeah.
And this guy's still playing. Like it's crazy. I'm thinking this is his last year in cricket, but you never know. But
Exactly. You know, I
maybe
mean,
he
this
wants to retire. Maybe he wants to retire. And this guy's won everywhere. He's won in
guy.
England. He's won in South Africa. He's won in Australia. He's won in India. He's won in Pakistan. हर जगह
Yeah.
जीता हुआ है ना. This guy is goat of fast bowling. Him and Dale Steyn. Now there was a lot of like this is the toughest question. Everyone who's watching think about it also. If you had one slot remaining in your thing,
Mm.
like for example, if you pick Wasim Akram, uh, let's say Curtly Ambrose, and then you have
Oh,
one, or, let's say Wasim Akram, Glenn Magara, okay, two, and you have one more slot. Who do you pick as your third seamer? Is it this guy, Dale Steyn, or Anderson? It's very difficult, man. Both difficult
yeah.
question.
That's a very difficult question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is because both of them are fierce, but
But unless you drop Wasim Akram and Glenn Magara, which is difficult also.
for me, I think I would pick Dale Steyn. I think that's just going to be me because, like, Dale Steyn can again bounce and I mean,
Pace.
apart from movement, right? Pace, obviously, but Jimmy is more oriented to movement. Like, if he gets movement, like what he saw in this Ashes as well, like he didn't get a lot of movement and he was not getting more seam positioning. So I think that's why just Dale Steyn because he gets it somehow. His anger, his everything. He's
But remember, this is the example you
I'm
gave
kind of
was
41-year-old Jimmy Anderson. Yeah.
yeah. I'm talking about Jimmy Anderson, like his peak thing. And one thing, the thing is, Dale Steyn is much more lethal to the eye. But Jimmy Anderson, you could say, is equally effective, right? उन्हें हर जगह जीता.
Yeah, so
Steyn
pink
भी
ball
like
में भी मारा, pink ball में भी 5 उठाया. Like he's been fantastic.
Steyn भी like he's won in India, he's won in Australia, he's won as well. Like it's not like he hasn't won. So it's
And
very
Jimmy
difficult.
also, but yeah,
There's
it's
no
a hard.
right answer.
Yeah, it's just both are legends. Like
Yeah.
maybe we take out Wasim bhai and put in
वो भी
Dale.
कर सकता मुश्किल है भाई.
Wasim bhai तो भाई अभी भी उन्होंने परसों Legends League में डाले यार एक ball like it with the back of the hand and it stopped and it
यार
stopped
वो
and then
किससे बैठे हुए थे वसीफ भाई संजय दत्त के साथ दुबई में.
कहाँ थे?
दुबई में बैठे हुए थे संजय दत्त के साथ. They went for an event.
अच्छा.
If you see Wasim Akram, Shoaib Akhtar, Sehwag, these guys are commentating in IL T20. फिर संजू बाबा को भी बुलाए वहां दुबई में कोई इवेंट के साथ. तो इवेंट में तो उन लोग साथ में बैठे हुए थे.
अरे वसीम तू भी मामू है बोल रहा है. वसीम भाई मामू है. नहीं but yeah, incredible Jimmy Anderson and his thing, but more or less, I think the more impact of the series for me is the spinning that introduced by England, right? Like the spinners, and that's what adds a test to Indian batsmen. And I'm very much more eager than the batsmen because the bowling should obviously dictate the course of victory because of what they get as assistance and the amount of assistance they get, but the batting has to come to the party as well. Like they need to show, okay, हाँ भाई, Indian batsmen are not just protected because of the pitch and the assistance of the bowler, but they can actually bat also in case when they're required to.
Yeah.
Because
And
if
do
you
you
see
think
the first two tests in the border Gavaskar Australia, we won because of the spinning of Ashwin and I think 21 wickets they picked up. The third test we lost in Indore where Steve Smith made a comeback. The fourth test
but
they flattened it out.
बट यू रिमेम्बर दैट एक दिल्ली में टेस्ट मैच था उसमें उसमें भी आप आपके लग गए थे. उन्हें अक्सर आके मारा था. याद है आपको? लाइक आई केम डाउन द ऑर्डर एंड हिट. देयर वाज अ लोअर
The
ऑर्डर
second test.
पार्टनरशिप.
Yeah, the second test.
तो वही इसलिए दैट वाई इज रिस्की ऑन दोस टर्नर्स. एंड देन
Yeah.
एक में फंस गए आप बिकॉज आप 3 लगातार रैंक टर्नर्स पे खेले. एक में फंस गए, दूसरे में भी फंसे थे मगर निकल गए थे उसमें से. तो
हाँ.
इसलिए तो आई थिंक when you play against Australia and England, whatever pitches you put, it's always going to be challenging even for you. So it's just about you, playing to your best ability.
And
And
you have to level up as well, right? You can't always say अरे उधर ऐसा आपको हर condition
you
में
have to be
आप
alert also. Bhai, आप just a catch छोड़े. I know it's one catch and it's fine, it's a mistake. But a dolly like that, like, you're taking it 10 times out of 10. Like, so that's what I'm saying. You have to be alert as well. You have to be going for the kill. And one thing changes the whole narrative. But this again is part of sport. Catches छूटने वाले, runouts ऐसा नहीं है कि cat नहीं छूटने वाला है. So it's okay. Like I'm not too worried because and I would actually focus on that if I'm India. I'll focus on that catch, not to blame Aksar, just to say कि भाई we actually would have won that game if that catch was taken. So we can still win this game.
I mean, still the catch is like you said, it's a mistake. I let it go for 1 second. How do you let the tail in this situation, how does the tail thrive so much? Like always, like
Yeah.
that is the most
True,
annoying.
bro.
And someone who's on debut, Tom Hartley is playing like he's you know been here like 700 times. He knows exactly कैसा खेलना है pitch पे.
That man was
आप
playing out of his skin. The Pope जो है उन्हें like helmet के ऊपर से shot मार रहा था
हाँ
ऐसा.
yeah,
Like मैं
yeah,
नहीं देखा ऐसा shot. Like I know दिलशन कभी कभी खेलता वो, but वो भी limited overs में
just
खेलता है. टेस्ट मैच में अश्विन जडेजा को ऐसा खेलना मैं तो कभी देखा नहीं. Like spinner को, फास्ट बॉलर को ठीक है, but like he was
वही तो मैं
playing.
बोल रहा हूँ कि भाई ऐसा कैसा खेलने दे रहे हैं आप, वो ना माहौल बनाए ना आपको इम्पैक्ट बनाए के आप साइकोलॉजी बात आकर छोड़ पर बेट लाइक डू समथिंग लाइक ट्राई ना सिराज को कुछ डालेगा नहीं, सिराज आके कुछ गुस्से में आ गया, बट लाइक अब वही वही 7 ओवर्स डाल के बस स्पिनर 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 और स्पिनर जाके
Yeah, but
बेचारे
like you said, if you're playing in this game in a library or you're playing it in front of 10,000 people,
फ्रंट ऑफ टेंथ होता है.
20,000 people, like with the situation you're in, like कैसा फिसल गया वो, like that.
And
But
that is
again,
why Ben Stokes, like you said, he's Jordan right now. He's won a test in situations that were against him,
yeah,
and
and
that's
you have
why
to give
more
them the
I
most
just
more than
repeating.
criticism. More than
Mm.
criticism, first you have to give credit to England because they played out of their
100%.
skin.
So
Yeah.
how do you hold your nerve when you know you're already 190 behind on a pitch so is doing things like you are not used to? इंग्लैंड में आप मूवमेंट मिलता है, आपको बॉल मूव हो. इंडिया में आप इधर डाले तो उधर में टॉम हार्टली जो अक्सर को आउट करा, नहीं किसको आउट करा, जो बोल्ड करा इधर से उधर जो बॉल गया, अक्सर
भारत
केएस भरत का जो लेग स्टंप पे डाला एंड इट टर्न टू द ऑफ स्टंप एंड केएस भरत वेंट टू वैक इट. तो ऐसे चीजों में आप अगर ऐसा टेलेंडर ऐसा अच्छी बैटिंग करें, नंबर वन शॉकिंग है रेहान अहमद, टॉम हार्टली एंड हुएवर. नंबर टू इज जस्ट कि भाई आप एज बैट्समैन इट्स अगेन क्वेश्चनेबल कि भाई यू शुड हैव बैटेड मच बेटर, दैट्स इट.
Yeah, I think exactly. But like, I always look at it like this test match will always be remembered for Ollie Pope and
हाँ
just
100%.
it'll always be remembered for that. And I have to give him credit. As of course, when there's a loss, you always is genuine. It's a natural tendency to criticize yourself, but you also have to look at the opposition and just say,
Because
"Bhai,
you said so high standard, right? It's like अब यूनाइटेड अगर हारी अपन कितना भी गाली देते तो अपने को मालूम बेकार टीम है, बट वो स्टैंडर्ड जो मेंटल
अब नहीं है
मेंटालिटी
standard वहाँ पे,
अब तो नहीं है, अब तो जो भी
नहीं
है
है
लाइक चैंपियनशिप में जाने के काबिल भी नहीं है, बट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग
Don't
यू
talk
स्टिल
about
काइंड ऑफ
football, man. Like I'm thinking of quitting
लो
watching.
मैन लाइक दिस वीक तो जान दो यार, एफपीएल की तो मैं
Not
बात
even
ही
about
नहीं.
FPL, bro. Is
डार्विन
the
न्यूनेस,
Saudi versus South Korea, bro? 110 minutes stoppage time.
साउथ
10
कोरिया
minutes.
राइट, लाइक या आई
Saudi
वाच.
leading 1-0. 1.5 minutes to go. I know it hit the bar, this and that, but third they scored, went to penalties, they lost. Tomorrow is a Friday. It was supposed to be Saudi versus Australia. It was to be
ऑस्ट्रेलिया.
भाई यहाँ पे जो माहौल बन रहा था, I'm thinking of quitting football. And then उसके ऊपर Darwin Núñez, bro. He's not even in my team, and he's the most frustrating
या
guy.
उसे असिस्ट जोटा का असिस्ट खा लिया.
I can't put this guy in my team, man. Like he sucks, bro. Like I don't understand. How can you miss so many chances, bro? Like,
Yeah.
and like
बट
you
उसको देखो बैकिंग है, उसको
हाँ?
बैकिंग है, लंबी लंबी रस्सी है उसको. उसको लंबी रस्सी दे रहा क्लॉप.
नहीं क्यों तेरा मानो because
फ्रस्ट्रेट हो
he's
गया,
getting
देखो तुम क्लॉप उसको खरीदा, क्लॉप ये वो बात है, क्लॉप
नहीं
इतना एनर्जी,
बिल्कुल सही
क्लॉप
है
की एनर्जी ड्रेन हो गई डार्विन की वजह से. भाई बंद करो मैं जा रहा हूँ बोल दिया
but
क्लॉप.
like if you look at it, he's actually an excellent player because he's getting into this position. Bro, his
Positions, yeah.
expected goals must be like 6-7, bro. It must be
Yeah,
like
he's
triple
also
every
good on
minute.
XG, right? And that's why
That means he's
people
an excellent player, but guy doesn't know how to finish, man. I don't understand what the problem is.
it just takes time for like he's like
And you know
still
why he
young.
took that penalty? Because अपने चिचा वो like penalty पे उनको ही पैर लगा था, right? So
Yeah.
he went to the sidelines. Otherwise, he would have taken that penalty, and that's it. Game done, bro.
Yeah, it's all right.
Game
I mean,
also for me because I captained him. Like anyway, Liverpool won, but like
you captain Jota, right?
yeah. So I'm saying he would
Yeah.
have taken the penalty if he didn't go off like for that 2 seconds. He would
Yeah.
have taken the penalty and finished it off.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? You can't make these calls, but yeah, I'm just excited
Right.
and pumped for
It
this.
didn't really affect me because it's just one assist and I made it up somewhere else. But the guy's very frustrating to watch, bro. That guy.
I had him in my team. I took him out like like I was so annoyed
Because you know
because
when you played even like Trent and Salah so many times when we captained them,
yeah, yeah.
he had the opportunity to put the ball in and he missed, bro. Like आपके assist points चले जा रहे हो because of that game.
Both annoying on it. He's very frustrating. You just need to know that you have to be very patient with him as a probably a man. And that's what even Klopp is run out of patience and he's eventually quitting football, right? He's got so frustrated. So imagine other FPL managers.
I think
But
Klopp
looking
will take a
forward
break
to
and
this
then
test, how like you're looking forward, you're going to be pumped for this test, I'm pretty sure. 1-0 England. I shouldn't sound like I'm supporting England, but it'll be fun if for
you
the
can support them. There's no rule.
sake of the tour, if England wins this, it's going to be very fun.
You can support England, no problem.
No,
आप बाद में
I'm just saying I don't support England, but for the
should buy a
sake
trumpet as well if you're going. Uh, you should क्या बोलते, so if you're going, you should take the trumpet with you and join the Barmy army. Why not?
मुस्ती भाई इंडियन टीम की AFC के पता है मैं मेरे से तो पूछ मैं देखा इतने
I think it
फालतू
was bro. They played very well in my opinion.
Indian team को अगर आप like I don't know Madhumita how long you're following AFC India or whatever, but the point is like if you look at their overall achievement, it's very commendable. जहाँ इंडियन टीम बाईचंग भूटिया के साथ थी और जहाँ
Yeah,
अब है
they played good.
they're getting recognized, they're getting social media presence. I know it's very छोटा दिखता, but from an Indian standpoint जब कोई फुटबॉल देखता नहीं 10 साल ISL के हो गए, किसी को वो भी नहीं मालूम है 10 साल ISL के होके, to now where Sandeep, Gurpreet, we used to watch Climax and Miranda and all that, but now it's like come to a point where
Climax. I remember that guy, bro. वही तो बोल रहा हूँ, like
now
वो
people
time पे
know
like
Chhatri तो
आठ
चलो
आठ
he's
गोल
still social media sensation, but
ये
like
टीम
other
से
players in the middle, yeah,
ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरिया, इन लोग भाई ये टीम से आप नॉर्मली 8-8 खाते हैं, and by the way they're very good team. Syria lost on
look at the
penalty.
national, like Syria and Arabs, they know how to play.
Very good team, bro. Like
And
you
Australia, the
see,
World Cup playing team. Australia, World
yeah,
Cup playing team.
Syria you saw yesterday against Iran, they lost on penalties. बहुत अच्छी टीम है वो, like and Iran is one of the favorites
Yeah,
after
very
Japan. Yeah. So like you had a very tough group, and the fact that you didn't concede more than 10 goals is for me it's a
very
positive.
commendable. And it's again look at the road to from where they were to now. पहले तो जूते भी नहीं पहनते थे इंडिया वाले, अब तो जूते पहनने शुरू कर दिए. It's like that's what the growth.
लोग भी
Yes,
बोले
you have
कि
to invest in India. You have to bring it up to the standard, but it'll never come to the standards of cricket. Maybe it can outdo hockey if you put in a little bit more effort, star power a bit more like the league and stuff. But again, it's just going to be very hard for India to reach certain standards. It'll still take a long time. I think Chhatri थोड़ा अब खत्म हो चुके हैं. Like he needs to understand. I know उनका time हो गया, but you can't really
also
put
एक और problem मैं देखा था which it can be worked on is physique.
physics
like
तो यार.
वहाँ पे लोग AFCON में छोड़ो भाई 10
अरे अफकॉन तो क्या चीज है भाई. अफकॉन के सेलिब्रेशंस मोरक्को को निकाल के जो मैं खुश हुआ रोनाल्डो की जो इनला करे, like yes
they won't finish a game India if they play AFCON because उन लोग चंपू करते हैं मार के, they're huge bro those guys. So you have to like I think physicality is something they can improve on, but there is a big improvement मेरे हिसाब से, मेरे नजरिया से it's I expected.
अपन जैसा बोलते हैं ये अपने पास सबसे बड़ी चीज है. If your growth only victory will dictate that. If you're doing any progress, right? Progress only no, that's one thing. Progress in India is only calculated by if you win. समझ रहे आप, like if in the World Cup if you didn't win you still see that. I mean you can see it with the very narrow cricket wise or something. You see positives in the mindset of batsmen, but अपने पास unfortunately बच्चा A+ मिला या तो like टॉपर नहीं आया तो अच्छी चीज नहीं रहती. अगर B ग्रेड तो वैसा प्रॉब्लम है. बट जहां से हम देखे और जहां से है there is tremendous improvement. इंडिया के जर्सीज खरीद रहे हैं, पहले कोई इंडिया के जर्सीज लेते भी नहीं थे.
My friends who like are not Indian, they they're from Middle East, from
they were shocked with the Australian.
When they saw the Australia result, they said this is an excellent result for India. They were not being sarcastic. उन लोग सही में बोल रहे थे कि भाई this is excellent result. And भाई तजाकिस्तान तगड़ी टीम है, मेरे को मालूम था हारने वाले थे इंडिया. Like I just was not sure how many goals, मगर मेरे को ऐसा दिख रहा था that these guys will win. Tajikistan will win. They're a good team, man. I've seen them before also. I think it's the first time in Asia Cup, but I've seen them somewhere. I don't know where. But
देखो Tajikistan, their discipline, the way they don't make. India made silly mistakes. Sandeep by picture defense पे बहुत पूरे mistakes करे. Like good, the keeper made a lot of mistakes. Like होता है. I mean inexperienced. Tajikistan still they played well. होता वो चीज. But again, I would still say India जो थी और अब है जमीन आसमान. सोशल मीडिया काफी हेल्प करी इंडिया को. With time you probably England will win. Gaming by आगे अपने he's saying England will win inshallah, and probably England the way they started out the first test they're going to go with a lot of confidence. अच्छा एक additional spinner मिल गया शोएब बशीर में with
आप जवाब दो.
नहीं हारेंगे इंशाल्लाह मेरे हिसाब से तो. बट पॉसिबिलिटी है. मैं आउटडू तो नहीं करूंगा. पॉसिबिलिटी मैं बोल नहीं सकता. हैदराबाद में जो मुंह फोड़ है वहां पे भी मुंह फोड़ सकते भाई. कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकते. खाली नीचे जा रहे थोड़ा वाइजैक को, इतनी दूर भी नहीं जा रहे. समुद्र के किनारे लग दे सकते अपने को.
अगर मैं इंडिया हूं तो मैं इतना परेशान नहीं रहूंगा. एक हार है ठीक है. सेकंड भी हारे तो इट्स ओके, एशेज में भी इंग्लैंड 2-0 डाउन थे, आप भी 2-0 डाउन हो गए, बट थर्ड हार की तो फिर प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा। सो लाइक बट आई वुड टेक इट वन डे एट अ टाइम। आप कल आप जाएंगे पिच
भाई
असेस करें,
सेशन
आपका
सेशन भाई
11 अनाउंस करो, अपना नाश्ता कर लो, सब कर लो, एंड बी रेडी टू प्ले एंड टेक इट वन स्टेप एट अ टाइम।
या वन स्टेप एट अ टाइम, वन सेशन एट अ टाइम। फैज भाई
आपकी
आपके
कितनी
सीट से
बॉल है?
खिलाना चाहिए सरफराज या रजत को, भरत को बिठाकर। भरत को नहीं बैठेगा, भरत तो खेलेगा भाई, भरत का खुद का स्टेट है वाइजैक, सो ही लॉन्ग ऑन स्टेट।
कीपिंग कौन
उसका
करेगा भाई अगर उस भरत बैठ गया
वही
तो?
भरत तो, और केएल राहुल इंजर्ड है, मधुमिता भाई, सो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू लुक एट। आई थिंक मेरे हिसाब से आई वांट सरफराज टू प्ले लाइक मुस्तफा भाई, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर वी बोथ वांट सरफराज टू, बिकॉज़ बहुत टाइम से उसके कंसिस्टेंसी। रजत पटीदार यस पहले आए, बट उतनी कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं बताया जितना हमारे सरफराज रांझी के डोमेन में बताया। सो आई थिंक जस्ट सरफराज शुड प्ले, बट जो भी बच्चा खेला आई थिंक आई विल बी हैप्पी फॉर आइदर वन ऑफ देम, बट पर्सनली सरफराज को बोलूंगा। भरत को तो खेलेगा बिकॉज़ भरत बैटेड वेरी वेल, लाइक मुस्तफा आप भी देखो, आई थिंक द बेस्ट वी सॉ हिम बैट, इट्स द ओनली टाइम आई हैव सीन हिम बैट एवर।
या ही बैटेड गुड। भरत को
सो
आप बिठा ही नहीं सकते, आप उसको बिठाए तो इन दोनों को नहीं खिला सकते, आपको कीपर खिलाना पड़ता, आपको
so
उसको
the
जुरेल को
changes that
खिलाना
will
पड़ता।
come according to you, what do you think will be the changes
One of the two, Patidar and Sarfaraz,
for
and
KL Rahul? Yeah,
yeah, and I would play both Sundar and Kuldeep instead of Siraj and
same. I
Jadeja.
agree with that because you don't need an extra fast bowler here in India right now. One is enough.
But
Jasprit की
but
fitness
from the
देख लो
press
भाई, इसको overdo नको करो बस. That's what I
But
pray
from the
for.
press conference, what Ben Stokes said and like and everything for the press conference, it looks like there might be something in it for the seamers, and they can also produce those footmarks जो रहते हैं pitch पे, and then create rough for the spinners. So maybe fast bowlers have a role in this match, but yeah, maybe Bumrah is enough also. So I don't know. लेकिन this is what I would play. I would play these
मैं भी
spinners.
यही बोलता था, सरफराज कीपिंग करता, पीपल नीड टू करेक्ट मी, आई मीन ही डजंट कीप एक्सटेंसिवली ज्यादा, ही कैन कीप
यार
बिल्कुल,
पार्ट टाइम कीपर
बट
है
आई थिंक
उन्हें।
ऐसे पिचेस पे आप केएल राहुल स्ट्रगल कर सकते हैं, या बड़े बड़े कीपर स्ट्रगल करते हैं टर्निंग विकेट, राइट? आप सोचो केएल राहुल हैज बीन डूइंग रिसेंटली वेल, ही डिड वेल इन साउथ अफ्रीका, तो उनको यहाँ पे नहीं खिलाया।
Guys, when was the last time you saw Sarfaraz keep?
आरसीबी में आई थिंक 2 बार करा था, आरसीबी में जब था
ये आईपीएल तो नहीं करा उन्हें, फिल शॉट
आईपीएल
उन्होंने
में
कर
नहीं
दिया।
करेंगे, आईपीएल में तो फिल शॉर्ट था। सो मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ कि लाइक ये सिचुएशन में यू नीड अ प्रॉपर कीपर, हेंस केएल राहुल खुद नहीं करे विकेट कीपिंग, राइट? जो केप टाउन में अच्छा करे थे, साउथ अफ्रीका में अच्छा करे थे, बट उनको यहाँ मौका नहीं दिया था। इंडिया इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट प्लेस टू विकेट कीप। Ben Foakes, credit to him, he was fantastic behind the wickets as well, and
The
that's
reason
exactly
why you
why
keep
Johnny
Sarfaraz,
Bairstow is not wicket keeping as well, right? So that's the way I'm looking at it.
yeah,
And you
that's
can't leak a lot of runs. You can't leak a lot of runs. आप पीछे runs दिए तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा। तो सरफराज आने से पहले गायब हो जाएंगे अगर विकेट कीपिंग, उसकी करियर के बेहतरी के लिए आई थिंक शुड जस्ट बैट।
well, I haven't seen him keep. I don't know. Like I've heard it, that he's kept. I know
I very
I've never
clearly
seen him.
remember him keep. I clearly remember because Virat Kohli was in the captain at that time, and he was like वो नया बच्चा आके he's hit a few runs, छोटा
कितने साल
फुट्टा
पहले
था।
की बात कर रहे हैं?
बहुत बहुत पहले की बात बोल रहा हूँ, बट
That's why I
यार
can't remember. That's why I can't remember. अभी तो
रांझी भाई के
recent
लिए भी
time
करता था फराज कीपिंग, रांझी में कर रहा था बिहार के खिलाफ, या ही
तो
keeps, I
वो
know
देखो
that.
ना।
Yeah, I remember for a fact that he kept, but I don't know when, but I remember in RCB
I
he
know
kept.
that he keeps, but have you seen? I've never seen him keep. I haven't seen that Ranji game, so I have not
अच्छा,
seen him keep. I know that he's kept, but
yeah.
very part time.
But मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, like for the sake of his own sport, don't let him keep, let him just focus on batting, because KL Rahul, who has been the keeper for so much time,
भाई
didn't
अगर
get a
आपको
chance,
दोनों
and you need a
खिलाना है,
proper keeper in this.
आपको दोनों खिलाना है तो श्रेयस अय्यर को बिठाओ।
श्रेयस को तो देखो, अब अगेन वही है ना, श्रेयस अय्यर गुड प्लेयर ऑफ स्पिन, लेट्स सी what he does this test match, but it's going to be fantastic test match। मेरे को तो बहुत excitement है, first test से I've been very excited, and the first test has been, जैसे मुस्तफा भाई बोलते हैं, this word historic। You saw Michael Jordan in the stands, Ben Stokes turning Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi kind of level में मुस्तफा भाई रैंक कर उनको। अब पिक्चर थोड़े दिन में लगा लूंगा, अगर Ben Stokes अच्छा खेला तो पिक्चर फोटो लगा लूंगा Ben Stokes की, but
He's crazy, man. Like मैं like बिना वजह के उसको back नहीं करता हूँ. He's shown me evidence, bro. Like you see that Ashes
I
वो
think
जो
one situation where the thing with Ben Stokes is, I think he's something like a Mahendra Singh Dhoni, very something. Why I say that, I'll just back what I think. I'm not sure if a lot of people agree, but Dhoni used to do things in situations where it was required, like when the team needed him the most, and that's exactly what Ben Stokes did, right? Like Ben Stokes, um, World Cup jita diya do, and then what do you call? He won them the Ashes, and he didn't outperform the whole series, but he came in those moments and he changed the context and the course of the game. And that's exactly what Mahendra Singh Dhoni used to do. He used to change the course of the game in certain situations where you would not think, "Arey bhai, kya kar gaya?" So
But
that is where I
why isn't he put it on the same pedestal as Dhoni then?
like now we'll start this morcha. We'll start this thing. Ben
Because
Stokes.
he's not in,
We'll make this the official Ben Stokes channel, and
he'll
hopefully
never, he can never be, because India's craziness for cricket, their passion for cricket cannot beat anybody else. Both Mushkil.
it's I think at the end of the tunnel when he's there, people will definitely look back and know like what this guy did for sure. Like he will be England's go-to captain. Like right now, Dhoni is. धोनी को सब एक वो रखते हैं ना कि भाई धोनी is the ideal captain because he won all of these things. And that's exactly where you're going to see Ben Stokes placed
Yeah.
in very near
And
future.
he,
मुफ्ती भाई चेल्सी पर कुछ बोलो कैसे मुफ्ती भाई चेल्सी पर कुछ बोलो भाई चेल्सी तो भाई हक देरी हर जगह
देखा मैं मैच में, देखा उन लोग
very poor could have been 7-6
yeah, I mean, the thing is, Chelsea actually have improved in the last couple of months. अगर आप isolation में देखें, तो they've improved from what they were. They're in the Carabao final, then they've won home games, whether against relatively weaker teams. They struggled against Luton away, but they've strung up some wins. But then yesterday it all went to bust again. Very disappointing, and uh, yeah, it's been very poor, man. If Ten Hag is going to get sacked, this guy also might. But I think
There are rumors about Mourinho probably making a comeback for United with the Ineos and Radcliffe. So I don't know about that yet confirmed, but that's what I've been reading. Chelsea का I don't like Pochettino exactly. Like I don't like his style of play and like
just उन्हें तो पार्टी चल रही
average team दिख रही थी. Both
भाई.
average team.
मार्कस रैशफोर्ड का क्या सीन है?
Marcus Rashford का it can be handled internally बोले Ten Hag भाई because उन्होंने public नहीं गया. If he would have done what Sancho did in public में गालियां दिया तो Rashford भी चलते बनता था. So he didn't go public. That's the only thing.
So he's going to come
Noman
back.
Bhai Singh Sarfaraz also kept for Delhi last year. So Noman Bhai is हमारे
When did he keep? I didn't see. I didn't see.
maybe Phil Salt this match में नहीं
हम
खेला.
लोग दिल्ली में गए थे.
हाँ मेरे को तो याद नहीं है. But like I think
हाँ,
maybe
एक
Noman
game
Bhai
में
is a very avid
yeah,
cricketer.
I know that he kept, because I remember that me and you also said कि Sarfaraz can also keep IPL में उसको कर दे सकते keeping. I know that he's kept. I'm just saying that he's not a regular keeper. That is my point. My point is that he does. That's my.
But वही है ना अगर आप राहुल की जगह बना रहे विकेट कीपर बना को might as well make Sarfaraz a keeper as well and play him in the test matches as well is what probably the public wants. So I mean let him start something. Let him first
वही
play.
तो है, बेचारे को खेलने
So
दो
let
भाई.
him at least get off the mark and Rajat Patidar or him either one. But I would prefer Sarfaraz and so would Mustafa. But yeah, I think it's just going to be exciting times ahead in the next 5 days. Or how many days you predict this match to go?
3.5, 4.
Yeah, I mean I feel South is very good
Only
for test.
because I saw the pitch today. If I didn't see the pitch, and if I'm wrong about the pitch, then 2 days. अगर but I don't know. From what I saw on the pitch,
I will
the
see this
information
together.
जो मेरे पास है अभी, मेरे को 3.5 days दिख रहा 4 दिन. But अगर rank turner है, then it's not going to last.
Yeah, then it won't last, but it's going to be fun. Did you see South Africa captain for New Zealand Test series looks like Harry Kane lookalike?
I've seen it now. I didn't see it.
I'm just coming back. 1 minute, bhai.
Harry Kane. ऐसे captain Harry Kane. I didn't see it. I'll check it on Twitter or somewhere. जब भी कोई स्पिनर डेब्यू करता है इंडिया के खिलाफ, वो 5-6 विकेट ले जाता है. कल भी शोएब बशीर करेगा. बिल्कुल सही बात है. मैं पता नहीं क्यों ऐसा होता, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली और फॉर्चुनेटली अगर आप ऑपोजिशन है कि आप इंडिया के खिलाफ अच्छा कर रहे हैं. आई नो द पिचेस आर शूटिंग, बट फिर भी it's credit to them. It's a mixture of that कि भाई आप भी ऐसे pitches बनाते कि invites people who are probably not the top level spinners to become high quality because आप ऐसे pitches दे रहे हैं उन लोगों को. His name is Neil Brand. Neil Brand looks like Harry Kane. He's the South Africa captain. Yeah, he does look like Harry Kane, kind of. He does look like Harry Kane. But yeah, तो यही है कि भाई ऐसे pitches जब रहेंगे, when you're inviting other spinners to come in, and I think they're going to pose a threat. It'll be difficult. आप देखो, Joe Root is a full-fledged spinner in India. वहाँ पे तो ना part timer इंग्लैंड में या कहीं भी वो part timer उसको बोलते हैं, लेकिन इंडिया में full-fledged spinner है. He can bowl 20 over spells also if he needs to. He can bowl with that control. He can grip the ball because the pitch also allows him to do that.
या बिल्कुल. वो तो पिच का असिस्टेंस ऐसा है कि भाई अच्छे बॉलर बन गए. ट्रेविस हेड भी लुक्स लीथल हियर एंड एग्जैक्टली लाइक यू सेड विद जो रूट वही प्रॉब्लम है. बट मजा तो आने वाला है. Hopefully 4 days it sustains man the pitch and thing. मुस्तफा भाई, क्या इंडियन टीम जेनेटिकली मार खाती है फुटबॉल में? जापान, साउथ कोरिया भी अच्छा तो परफॉर्म करते हैं.
उनकी स्टैमिना भी बहुत अच्छा है. लाइक देयर वेरी वेरी एंड ब्रो सॉन इज वेल बिल्ट मैन. ही इज नॉट लाइक अ शॉर्ट गाय. ही इज वेल बिल्ट. यू सी हिम इन पर्सन. ही इज अ वेल बिल्ट गाय. ही इज
ये
नॉट
तो
लाइक एनी
देखो, इंडिया की जो फुटबॉल है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में अगर आप गए, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में लोगों की फुर्ती बहुत ज्यादा है, स्टेमिना बहुत ज्यादा है, बिकॉज उनना दे वर्क डे एंड नाइट एंड दे आर मोर ओरिएंटेड टू अ वेरी गुड लाइफस्टाइल ऑफ फूड एंड डाइट एंड स्टफ. केरला, गोवा, यहाँ जहाँ जहाँ फुटबॉल है अच्छा खासा खेल सकते हैं. टू बिल्ड योरसेल्फ एज अ फुटबॉलर you don't require much, your stamina, but you can work on that as a person. It doesn't have to do anything with genes is what I feel. But the facilities, the touches, the keep up is, ये जो टेक्निकल चीज़ें रहते हैं आपका, वो भी आप डेवलप करना. Like हम लोग तो देख के इंडिया में, I've seen it again. I have a lot of friends who play at good places, but वही है कि भाई they don't get opportunities. There's a lot of corruption in these associations. आगे बढ़ावा नहीं मिलता. जो बच्चे अच्छे पोटेंशियल के भी दिखते, आप इन द रिसेंट टाइम यू से थोड़ा बहुत अप हुए, थोड़ा बहुत यू सी देम कमिंग टू द रैंक्स, वरना बहुत करप्टेड है भाई जनरल फुटबॉल इंडिया. लाइक इट्स
But
वेरी
also,
मिस.
guys, even cricket is corrupted. But the thing is, the problem is football is not the number one sport. अब Brazil देखो, Brazil कौन सा महंगा वो
A
है?
lot of
There's
people don't go there. Like a lot of talented kids also give up the
yeah,
dream before
like
it.
in Brazil, it's a very poor place. Like you can compare it like to any
Yeah,
other place. It's not the most richest or anything. They don't have the infrastructure like England, Germany, or anything like that. But
naturally talented भी है भाई वो
they
बच्चे
produce
तो.
ballers. तो वही जीन्स के बारे में फिर वही आती बात.
मेरे पास genes in terms of like if you saying like stamina and all of thing, it won't be a big issue maybe because कितना ही आप muscle
But
use
also
करते
it's a
हैं. Unless you're like
priority like sport नहीं है. I think priority
if
sport
you
नहीं
have
है.
28 states, Mustafa, so you'll get different kind of gene types anywhere. Right? It's what my point is. Like, आप नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आपको स्टैमिना मिल
Yeah,
जाएगा,
yeah.
आपको पंजाब में ताकत मिल जाएगी, आपको
But
हैदराबाद में
but ये क्या
बोलने वाला लेंगे. Like एक बात बोलूं मैं, so
बट
you
क्या
get.
इन लोग के पास जो
क्योंकि
खेलते
इंडिया
हैं
देखो कैसा हमने बनाया टीम, कबीर खान सब यहाँ से.
बट वही जो है उन लोग क्रिकेट ही ज्यादा खेलते हैं तो मे बी प्रॉब्लम वो है मे बी इट्स नॉट योर मेन स्पोर्ट दैट
सिस्टम
इज
से बच्चे आते नहीं, बिकॉज सिस्टम से यू गिव इन, यू गेट
मगर द
योर.
अमाउंट ऑफ पॉपुलेशन यू हैव यस आई एग्री दैट इट शुड बी अ बेटर टीम ओलंपिक्स में भाई चाइना को गोल्ड मेडल्स देख लो इंडिया के गोल्ड मेडल्स देख लो इंशाल्लाह वी फैज भाई if like he's not going to if he's going to cover the Olympics for us this year he's going to go to
इंशाल्लाह.
where the Olympics are
weightlifting,
you know where
weightlifting.
the Olympics are
No, and why? Dubai?
no in Paris
Paris, Paris. हाँ,
Paris so
हमारे
sick
फुटबॉलर्स के पास पेस नहीं है क्या हमें फ्रांस की तरह अफ्रीका से पहले प्लेयर इंपोर्ट करना है? भाई हमारे पास मजाक चल के हैदराबाद में बहुत है अफ्रीकन. हमारे पास कोई
करना
बस्ती है
चाहिए
अफ्रीकन.
करना चाहिए हाँ,
अफ्रीकन
करना
क्या
चाहिए क्यों नहीं
बस्ती है.
भाई करना चाहिए 100% करना चाहिए ब्रो आई एम टेलिंग यू यू आप AFCON में देखो जेनेटिकली द क्रेजी नॉट इवन जेनेटिकली बस उनका स्ट्रक्चर देख लो डर
They're
जाते हैं
very
आप
and they're very chilled out, very funny. Like you see the celebration, you see the, and again the game is very good at football as well.
बेचारे
No
मगर
doubt.
बच्चे भी लोग बहुत सता दे रहे आई फील वेरी बैड मैन
But again, you see like people like Mane, and he's just giving back to the community. Yeah, football में problem वही है, there's no one to give back to the community. Like Virat Kohli gives back to the cricketing community. Everybody like you need a figurehead, like you need someone. Bhajem Bhutia did a lot. He tried his best. Bayan को भीख मांग के बुलाया. 9-0 मारी बायन यहाँ पे. I think मुंबई या पुणे में मैच था. करे बेचारे, they tried their best, but you don't have this level head like a Salman Khan, like a Shah Rukh Khan kind of an impact of any footballer in India, right? And that probably will start something new. People will start looking towards, अरे भाई ये बंदा बनाया तो हम भी कर सकते. Both far-fetched, but I'm still saying you can make a very good team with what you have. It's just
I
you
think
need to sort out each state association, and you have to sort out every national association. Like it's a
yeah,
very long headache.
I think the main thing is now, like, also, if you, from what I've seen, I don't live there, but from what I've seen over the years visiting India, it's a new sport. Like, in sense, I mean, in Kerala, Goa, it's a very traditional sport. But when I
भाई
used to be a kid,
आप सबसे अच्छा बोल सकते प्रीमियर लीग की कितने लोग कम देखते थे इंडिया में, और अब
yeah,
आप देखो हर जगह पे भरा
मैं
हुआ है.
मैं जब आता था लाइक हैदराबाद में आई वुड ओनली सी पीपल क्रिकेट किड्स यू नो एंड एवरीथिंग मेरे घर को आते थे वी यूज्ड टू वॉच प्रीमियर लीग बिकॉज़ वी हैड अ कल्चर हियर राइट यहाँ पे सब फुटबॉल देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्रिकेट का कल्चर नहीं है तो सो फुटबॉल तो आई यूज्ड टू वॉच प्रीमियर दे यूज्ड टू आस्क अस व्हाट इज दिस व्हाट इज दैट नाउ आई गो टू इंडिया उल्टा मेरे को बच्चे बोल रहे भाई इसका you know his agility is 98 his speed is 70 this that they know a lot but it's a new sport like in terms of you know being a proper profession and everyone taking it seriously not many people used to be interested in football abhi zyada hai
yeah. वही आई लीग और आईएसएल से कोई फायदा बिल्कुल देखो फायदा होता, बट यू डोंट गेट as well as paid or as well exposure as you would in an IPL or a Ranji trophy, right? A Ranji trophy player gets like what 25 lakhs a year, or if I'm not wrong, 25 lakhs से ज़्यादा ही मिलता होगा उनको. It's flat मिल जाता उनको. ISL में आप खेले तो brand endorsements मिल जाते. बट ISL में क्या मिलता? हीरो होंडा का एक दो एड मिल जाते. आई लीग में तो अभी भी वही चर्चिल ब्रदर्स और वो मोहन बागान इन आई थिंक कब 2007 या कुछ सीजन शुरू.
आईएसएल कब शुरू हुआ? अभी तो शुरू हुआ, राइट?
आईएसएल को 10 साल हो गए भैया, 10 साल हो
हाँ,
गए ISL.
अब तो 10 साल, 10 साल बहुत, इट्स वेरी स्मॉल
बहुत
फेज,
कम है, वेरी स्मॉल है,
वेरी
बिल्कुल नहीं. बट अगेन अब देखो आपके पास बर्बरटॉप आया, आपके पास वेस्ट ब्राउन आया, आपके
टेक्स
पास
टाइम,
ऐसे
इट टेक्स
प्लेयर्स हैं. बट वो
टाइम.
ब्रांडिंग, वो लेवल की ब्रांडिंग जो होना, जो एक आईपीएल को होता और या एक
Saudi
रांची को
football is like 100 years more than these guys. Like, they just started like ISL, this, that, like, and the Saudi Premier League now, everyone is watching because of Ronaldo. But this is the most popular league before Ronaldo and stuff came in the Middle East. In the
yeah,
last 30, since I was born. Since I was
yeah,
born,
100%.
not just
इत्तेहाद
people,
तो बहुत किया, इत्तेहाद and all, yeah, 100%.
जॉर्डन पकड़ लो, आप दुबई पकड़ लो. You've been to Dubai. We see they televise Hilal games and Ittihad games more than Premier League games, and this is before
Yeah.
Ronaldo and stuff. So like this is a very young
And
league.
again, like you said, वहाँ की तो national sport है, तो that will make a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
difference.
exactly. वो टाइम लगेगा आपको. Like ISL तो अभी शुरू हुआ, 10 साल ही हुए. Like it's very young. और थोड़ा सा दिख गया हमारे को, लाइक भाई आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया से 5-0 नहीं हारे, तो देयर इज सम इंप्रूवमेंट देयर.
Yeah, what the improvement over again in the longer run, you need figureheads, you need play processes placed properly. एक अच्छा एक चेयरमैन, एक अच्छा जो लेवल ऑफ बॉलीवुड की इंक्लूजन आईपीएल में होती है वो आप आईएसएल में नहीं देखते. So they are like thing, but again like
बॉलीवुड
उसका
सऊदी में
not
भी.
their first, it's not their first thing. भाई उसका भाई जब केरला में अर्जेंटीना आएगी तो I mean मैं बस तो देख रहा हूँ, I don't know आ रही नहीं आ रही वो मालूम नहीं, बस तो है.
उसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है आपको पता है? मैं किसको सपोर्ट करता हूँ? सऊदी अरेबिया. मेरा जो वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट मेमोरीज इज दे लॉस्ट टू जर्मनी 8-0 in 2002, right?
Yeah.
Cut to after 11 years, me
Yeah.
and Fez were celebrating around the cafes
Yeah,
in Dubai
one.
when they beat Argentina. Messi, the greatest player of all time, they beat him, and we're celebrating after 20 years.
And cut to India also losing whatever to Australia 2-0 is a very big improvement. Why we are saying the same thing? That
Yeah,
2-0
yeah.
Australia जो World Cup में played Argentina in the quarter to the round of whatever, they played Australia, right?
आप 20-30 खाओ कोई बात नहीं, मगर इम्प्रूवमेंट तो होगा आपका. इट टेक्स टाइम, यू हैव टू बिल्ड इट.
वही होता है ना, आप जब अपनी आप फॉर एग्जांपल अपनी कोई बड़ी टीम से खेले तो अपन सीखते रहे उसका माइंडसेट ऐसा था, उन्हें ये हरकत करा, उन्हें क्या सोच. लाइक आप देखते बच्चे आईपीएल के मैच के बाद विराट धोनी इन लोगों के सामने क्यों खड़ते हैं? एक्सपीरियंस गेन करने. हालांकि चेन्नई मुंह फोड़ दी होंगी, वो बॉलर का मुंह फुट गया होगा, बट उन्हें खड़ के लेसन लेता कि भाई ऐसा नहीं ये करो, ऐसा नहीं ये कर, तुम्हें ये कर, तुम्हारा रेजिमेंट ऐसा है. कोच एक्सचेंज करते तो वो बिल्डअप होता धीरे धीरे धीरे, बट वेरी स्मॉल बिल्डअप, बट इवेंचुअली इन टाइम इट एड्स टू द वैल्यू. तो आई मीन फुटबॉल की तो ऑब्वियसली सेकंड.
तो
आप ये बोला आपकी फैंटेसी पिक्स कौन है कल के लिए? लाइक व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज गोना बी शाइनिंग इन दिस टेस्ट मैच?
शोएब बशीर को ले लेंगे, शोएब बशीर और कुलदीप यादव.
बैटिंग में भरोसा नहीं है. बैटिंग में किसी
बैटिंग में
आई थिंक रोहित शर्मा पे जाऊंगा. आई थिंक रोहित शर्मा is going to have a task in this match.
I'll go the other opener than Jaiswal. And from England, Ben Duckett. He looked good, man. In
He looked very good. He looked like a Warner, like a very nice, impactful, aggressive innings.
उसके शॉट on तो like ज्यादा, he started much more fluently than आपका Oli Pope. Oli Pope was struggling, man. Even in the second innings, he was struggling. But
got good time to settle down.
Yeah, but yeah, Pope is another guy you'll have to watch out for. He has a lot of confidence. Root, again, he's also another guy. He had 2 failures in the last game. Doesn't really happen with him. He is due a big score. It's been a while, so he's also another. But I would go with Ben Duckett and Bashir from England. From India, Kuldeep Yadav and Jaiswal.
क्या बात है. मेरे को तो I think I'm going to go with from India, I'll go obviously Rohit Sharma, because I feel Rohit Sharma was looking very good in Hyderabad, but unfortunately he didn't able to make an innings out of it. With the ball, you probably I'll go Kuldeep. I'll go Ashwin, because Ashwin again experience. He knows how to bowl in different surfaces. Plus it's be a little bit more catered to his kind of bowling. England के लिए मैं जाऊंगा Johnny Bairstow के साथ जाऊंगा. I don't know why I feel Johnny Bairstow will probably have a very powerful innings. I don't know, ऐसा लग रहा है मार के मुंडा फोड़ देने वाला है. And with the ball, I think Jimmy Anderson go back a little just because why not? Jimmy Anderson.
Yeah, decent. That's decent picks.
Yeah, because Johnny Butter looks like he's going to do something very unorthodox and he's going to try and like make something out of it.
Yeah, and he has that ability to change the game, flip it on its head. Unhe aggressive batsman hai. He's played in India a lot of times also. So he's also before his injury, he was in incredible test form. So can't put it past him. Let's see.
मजा तो आने वाला है. Hopefully, I feel India might win. I feel actually England might win. Honestly, let's just be very honest. I'm going to say England might win this test.
I'll go India. I think 1-1 barabar ho jayega, and then
2-0 हुआ and you're going to Ranchi. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
I mean there'll be a lot of pressure. I don't know.
There'll
It
be a
depends.
lot of pressure. There'll be a lot of
It's
pressure.
not fun.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of pressure on him.
रोहित
And
थर्ड टेस्ट अगर let's say for God forbid खुदा ना खास्ता हार गए रोहित आउट बोल के शुरू कर देते.
क्या वो कोहली नहीं था, ये वो सब, ये पूरे बात के बात है. बात अब ये देखो कि जब पिच पे जो भी टीम है, आप कौन सी भी टीम के साथ जीतना चाहिए, राइट? जैसा रहा ने दिखाया भाई, उन्हें नटराजन के साथ ब्रो
तो किसी और की टीम मिली, उसको तो अपनी भी टीम नहीं मिली.
his team attack was Natarajan, Siraj, 3 tests only Siraj, Natarajan debut I think, and Navdeep Saini. And who was their spinner? Washington Sundar.
Washington Sundar, yeah.
And Shadov Thakur also. But yeah,
Four-
जाके गैबा में जीत रहे.
शेन भाई आगे शेन भाई बोले 4+1 के साथ जाना चाहिए इंडिया को कल. या आई थिंक वही होना चाहिए 4+1 ही सब. बिकॉज सिराज का कोई इम्पैक्ट ही नहीं था हैदराबाद से वो कैच के. He wasn't able to make a lot of things happen, and Bumrah is a very threatening bowler.
I agree with that.
So सबला वही बोल रहे हैं, and yes, सरफराज were exactly शेन भाई saying the same thing अपन जो बोल रहे हैं कि भाई सरफराज को खिलाना चाहिए. But big day रहेगा for whoever starts, and for India as well. They need to pull their socks up. VIZAG में.
And you should remember, you don't lose the game on paper, you lose it on the field. So like whatever the team is, they need to.
100%. Yeah. Irrespective Virat हो नहीं हो, देखो there's going to be a world without Virat at some point.
Yeah, you gotta go and do it, man. It doesn't matter if it's Virat Kohli is there, not there. Yeah, of course, it makes a huge difference, and we're wishing him all the best. But you cannot do any. You cannot bring him back if he's if he's not there, right? So like you win
And
with
this is
whatever.
the irritating one for the players. It's their time to shine. It's their time
Yeah.
to say कि आप विराट के बिना भी हम हैं
हम
इसके
लोग वही
बाद.
तो बोलते रहे
ऐसा
कोहली
नहीं बोलना चाहिए कि विराट रोहित के exit के बाद India is going to go 9th in the world ratings or something, right? Like that's something that shouldn't happen. And if you're going to be so dependent on one or two people, then that's not positive vibes from an Indian standpoint.
Yeah, 100%.
बट या मजा आ गया. ऐसे आज का बात है. एंड कल फिर मिलेंगे होपफुली अपन विद द लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स एंड टू सी डे 1 के बाद. थैंक यू मुस्तफा भाई, थैंक यू शेन भाई फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस लेट, एंड टू इब्राहिम भाई, थैंक यू मधुमिता फॉर द कन्वर्सेशन ऑफ फुटबॉल, टेकिंग अस इन अनदर ट्रैजेक्टरी. हमारा दिमाग थोड़ा डाइवर्ट करने, बट इट वाज फन. वी लर्नड अ फ्यू थिंग्स फ्रॉम यू आप, एंड होपफुली वी कैन एक्सेल देयर एज वेल. बट यस, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस. कल आप मिलते हैं होपफुली. And yes, everybody take care of yourself and enjoy the test match, and also the one day that will be between Australia and West Indies, which Mustafa won't enjoy, but just for the sake of
No,
saying.
cricket is cricket. But it's also under 19. Kal bhi hai shed matches. So I'll enjoy
India
that.
का Nepal, right?
Kal India ka hai?
I think Nepal India है नहीं.
No, tomorrow is Australia. I don't know, bro.
But मुशीर तो एक next level batsman दिख रहा है मेरे को.
Yeah, India Nepal है, Australia West Indies, under 19 भी Australia West Indies है, and South Africa Sri Lanka. Good games. Yeah.
वो भी good games है. And yes, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and good night everybody. Have a nice day. Bye bye.